You two had a lot in common.
Oh
No,
god.
no, no.
Where did
Like he
what
invites you
happened?
over, but then like you try to change the music, and next
Your
you get
butt's
kicked out of
clickable
hell.
sheet is gone. He's disappeared forever.
He's not gone. I've just changed him up. You'll see when time comes for him to return to the limelight once more.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Dear
Bacon.
Law,
Okay. 'Cause I
the
got
sheet has disappeared, quote unquote.
Okay, let's
Just
add
he's
another
just taking a nap,
spell.
okay? Taking
Shush.
a quick nap.
I'm not. Who said you could take a nap?
He's just taking a nap.
Nobody
What are
said you
you-
could take a nap.
He's taking a cat nap.
But with that aside, who wants to who wants to recap session 5?
Tide does.
Okay, so what happened was
I wasn't
Uh,
there half the time, so I'm not quite sure.
yes, regale us of your tale, of your part in the whole thing. Actually, no, Silver, you tell us what happened.
What? No. Okay, how about we just all give our own recaps?
Yeah, actually, ask each character. Let's go over what we all did and how we contributed to the overall slaughter. These
All right. So we're
Well,
gonna start with,
first.
we're
Hey,
gonna
I
start with
tried.
you, Tide.
Actually, tried my best.
We're gonna start with you, Tide. What happened during your part in this section?
Well, I had asked our glorious leader what she would like us to do. And I took my leave to try and turn on the sprinkler system to help the people. But uh, their machine was so archaic, it did not want to respond to any of the codes that I'd have. I am not very used to Lorendi technology and coding systems, so their machine spirits did not understand me. But I did prevail eventually, coming back just in the nick of time to save the lives of my friends.
there was only actually one button on the device that said on. I had never understood anything so
It said
sophisticated.
fire. It said fire, and then it had a lever, and I knew we did not want more fire, so I did not pull the lever.
Damn it.
Come on, that's beautiful. It said fire, and you know we do not want more fire.
How you know the difference between a true AI and a VI? An AI looks at something and actually doesn't understand its function, much like a person would.
I. Okay, next.
Okay, so I did my show, and then some pale fellas exploded, and then a big fire started, and then I shot at some of these people. I was real mad. They ruined my show, and then there were some vampire demon things that showed up in portals after these altar things were there, these devices, and then I got clawed up. I got pretty scratched up by him and knocked onto my drum kit in the back. I got knocked out for a little bit. It's all blurry after that. And then I got helped up. I think by Wrath, and then a little bit more by Queen, and then everybody else took care of the rest. So what did everybody else do?
Yeah, Silver. What was Rathlos doing during this?
So. Listen, I just want
Nice music.
The perfect sound.
So.
Let's turn it up a little bit here.
I just wanted the bad guys to stop doing their bad little thing. Come on, man. We're all friends here. We're all just trying to have a good time. Why we gotta?
He asked him
why
for
we
his
gotta be
number.
blowing up? Why we gotta be exploding stadiums up? So obviously, my first course of action was just,
Question him.
gently leap on over to where they were at. Very gently. I made sure not to shake the stage too much. I'm only incredibly heavy. And
He looked
then
like he was having a bad day, so I gave him a light cuddle.
I just gave him a nice little hug, you know, a
Hey
bear
man,
hug
we're all
that
having a
would-
good time here.
that
I can
would-
feel.
a big old hug that would restrain his movements, you know, make sure he doesn't shoot at anyone, you know, make sure he doesn't operate any computer panels. 'Cause
Me-
who knows?
Me, no, and I give him credit because he was not distracted at all from the horrific screams going on around him. He was
He
very
was-
focused on what he was.
He was so motivated. I'd never seen such motivation.
The tears, the dying death throes around him in the fire, the burning of flesh did not deter him from his goal.
I asked him real nice, like, you know, hey, you wanna stop this whole charade, you know, you wanna
get
just
some wine?
You want to go out later,
skedaddle out of here, but I guess
get
I
something
freaked
to
him out
eat?
by being incredibly big and heavy. And
I know a
ran away.
Mick Lorendi's around here.
And then he ran away.
When you put your thumb in his butt,
You
No, I
put your
did
you
not.
put your hand on his cock and your thumb in his ass.
No, I did not. Now you're just being absurd.
I remember the line specifically. I want to just. What does he feel like? I want to just know his. How soft?
I didn't say that.
I believe the question of how soft is he came up.
I forget why I asked that, but the reason was meant to be, I forget why.
I
Right.
mean,
is he soft or is he hard?
Okay.
No, I
Very good.
think it had to do with the material and one of my abilities. But
I'm sure it did.
In any case.
oh no, because we wanted to. I
Um,
wanted to see if he was fleshy or not. Like
Oh yeah, I bet he was.
a vampire
Children,
or not.
children.
You wanted to see if he was a vampire? Were you just sticking your fingers in his mouth?
Right.
Just, I'm just checking real quick. Don't.
What was Kyria doing during all this?
panicking and fighting to stay alive.
Shooting.
Shooting things. That's mainly what I did. Shoot things and fail at it.
Sure. Fine.
At least
And
you tried.
with all these different points of view, we get a clear picture of what has happened. For me, as the kind of person who's bringing all this together, last session went something like this. Tavina has, clued us in. It was a perfect show. It was a fantastic show. There was even plans to have an encore. But some pale boys, aka vampiric motherfuckers, jumped in and unibombed the entire event, leaving infernos and people burning and screaming. But among the crowd of burning and screaming people, armored individuals who, by all accounts, you assumed were vampire, hopped onto the those little small stages on the sides of the big stage and began summoning portals that little abominations. Things started to get worse and worse until it got better. There were several instances of uncomfortable hugging and failed technology checks.
Yes.
Scenarios of people burning to death in stupid ways. But in the end, everyone pulled through and laid waste to whatever was left of these terrorists. But the death toll was quite high.
Oh, maybe
With
this fire will burn
16
less. Oh no, it burns a lot more. It actually burns more. This is more fire. More fire doesn't burn less.
The toll was quite high. Aside from the explosion itself, 16 people have in fact burned to death, with 2 making out alive that you know of.
Well-
This of course has weighed a pretty heavy conscience on our big fella in the party. So much so that he nearly took an alignment hit from changing from lawful good to chaotic good. But his ideals stood firm, and so he still remains lawful good. However, he needs to question and reevaluate his combat prowess to ensure that no more people die to unsuitable circumstances. Session 6 rolls in with having coming back to the hospital room, where we see Irvoff in the bed, and his purplish complexion fading to a sort of like a milky white purple, like it's very light purple. His ears are starting to extend a little further than usual. When he wakes up, you see that his eyes have been slitted with red, and he kind of looks over to you, Kyria, as you're sitting there at his bedside, stares at you.
I look at him, trying not to worry, but you can clearly see on Kyria's face that like her mouth is slightly opening wider, and she's like doesn't know if she should be worried or if everything's gonna be okay, kind of.
Yeah. He kind of sits up in his seat, like kind of sits up in the bed, and looks forward a bit, and he just kind of just holds his face, and it's like, oh.
I kind of look at him and I'm like, do you feel any different?
Different. I feel about the same. Why?
I guess, your skin. You should look in the mirror.
Skin. He looks over the said mirror and he sees that he's definitely more human than he was drow. Already. You can see that his entire body structure is now more like Tavina's in that it's more rigid. Whose body kind of was more nimble, more limb, little scrawny on the scrawny side.
Yeah.
Only a little taller than he was before, but he also has milky white hair, kind of flowing like a natural, like it's flowing like natural human hair. Like you can tell that his entire biology has essentially changed.
You kind of look human.
Human. He looks at the mirror and just like, yeah, I guess. I don't understand. Why do I look like this?
You look like you, Kira feels very awkward in this situation and tries to, word it as, like, as carefully as she can. You look a bit like a vampire?
Oh, fuck. I knew I shouldn't have gotten close to those bastards. He just kind of just sits there and just kind of in deep thought about the fact that yes, I might have very well turned into a vampire. What do you do to help that? Because he's currently starting to he's beginning to relapse. You could tell that if he continues to ponder this more and more, it might just break him.
Kira makes an effort to like comfort him and like, tell him that she's here, so she kind of gets close to him and hugs him from behind. And she kind of says something like, we'll figure this out.
Go ahead and roll me persuasion.
Me too.
Persuasion. Yes, with my beautiful -1 in persuasion.
It's okay,
Persuade
Look,
me.
if we've learned anything,
He is my
that-
query though, so I have advantage on this.
if we've
Please.
learned anything, it's that a -1 actually gives you 20.
Oof.
Oh,
Eh,
12.
Ah! With advantage. Ah!
12.
Mm-hmm.
It's enough to keep him steady.
Okay.
It will be enough to keep him steady in the short term, aka right now. But you don't think his will last very long.
Yeah.
Long term, this may affect his very state of mind.
Yeah.
For now, you have him sedated.
Cool.
He won't go berserking through the hospital anytime soon.
hey, how about a blood bath, a blood bag, and a quick fuck?
I mean, I can try seducing him into his hospital bed to try and suit him a bit more.
Enzymes. No.
What?
Vampire soon too.
I mean, whatever.
Can I? Would I have been keeping an eye on him being a medical doctor droid?
You're not because you stayed behind with me and the other
All
group
right.
for a bit.
To help the injured people.
Yeah, you didn't stick around with them.
Oh, I didn't realize how far away this was.
Yeah, they took like a separate hospital truck, like away from everything.
Yep.
They're pretty far.
Okay.
Yeah. With that in mind, the scene kind of transitions over to the three of you, Tavina, Queen, and Rathalos, as you guys are now kind of finishing up your little meditative session, and
If I recall, we ended with my character just storming off into the room and slamming the door behind it.
yes, we did.
So it would just be them two at this point.
Yeah, I assume so. Yeah. What are you two doing?
Oh, well, how far is this before they kicked us out?
Like how long after?
Yeah, like, because we had spent a lot of the time, like, helping out and giving last rites.
This is after this. You're at Irvoff's house.
Okay, I
You
would
spent-
probably go and look over him.
Like we ended the session meditating in Irvoff's house.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'm sorry. I'd probably be communing with the Great Machina. Prayers to myself. Gathering my power.
Mhm.
Talking to any machine spirits and having them go out to gather information and followers.
All right.
Planting whispers in their mind.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna let that one go. Okay, what about you, Davina?
Okay. Well, I had a kick-ass meditation session. That helped a lot. So I think afterward, I'd probably get up and then do some like light yoga, and then I'd say like, "Oh, yeah." I would have probably said before Queen went off to do her thing, like, "Appreciate it. Yeah, that actually helped quite a bit."
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
May I have a small sample of your blood? I might have something that I can help you with. You know, in case we end up in a very, how do you say, dangerous situation again.
She looks at you and she gives you kind of a a bit of a somber look, a more serious look, instead of the usual, like, just scoff and brush off type thing. And she looks down for a second. She thinks it over. And she says, give me a little bit of time. Give me some time to think on it. Maybe.
She bows gracefully.
Today was an especially rough day. I definitely should take that into account. So yeah, maybe, but I still.
Like, don't worry. The great machina turns, and you will discover your purpose in your own time.
Uh-huh. She just kind of rolls her eyes at that a little bit, and she goes, okay. And then and she says, well, I think I'm gonna go check on, I'm gonna maybe make a call to the hospital and maybe go check on Kyria and Kitty Cat and Irvoth in a bit.
That sounds very good. Let me know how he is or if he needs my assistance.
Yeah, she nods. She says, "Will do." And yeah, so for starters, she'd actually make a call to the like she'd like look through the codex for the like the nearest hospital where it was, and she'd like call over there to check in on him.
Yeah, the clerk at the desk that's maintaining all the calls and whatnot, she says that Irvoth Tegiza is doing quite well. Visiting hours are just about over. An hour or so before visitors are asked to leave, and there hasn't been any issues concerning his health. Like she said before, he's doing just fine. And he is recovering quite well, surprisingly well. In fact, it's almost unnatural.
Unnatural, you say?
Yes, we did our some checkups, and he seems to be rapidly recovering.
Well, doesn't that in and of itself spark a bit of concern?
Well, it is not of immediate concern, for there are times when we get Lorendi who have strange and wondrous abilities. It's nothing new here.
Oh, yeah. I suppose he can mind explode people, so.
Especially considering that he is a very important officer.
Right. Okay, well, that's that's good to hear. So you said visiting hours are just about closed. What about for celebrities? Say somebody who really, really wanted to see him, who might have, obviously he was too, but might have been involved, like been the one of the main acts at that show that happened. Maybe just really wants to see her friend.
I'm sorry. It's just that company policy.
Right. Okay, well, thanks anyway. I appreciate it.
Of course.
All right, yeah, she hangs up. Okay. And she'd probably think, okay, well, nothing left to do but wait until they get back to decide what we're all gonna do next, then. And then she'd probably take out a bag of Funyuns she would have gone out and gotten.
All right.
And then just sit there and maybe Maybe watch some music videos.
Sure. And what are you doing, Rathalos?
How late is it in the day?
About 6, 7 o'clock.
Uh, Honestly, at that point, I'd probably just call it for the night. I would just lie in bed, leave all my armor down, and just like place myself in the bed, like looking into the ground for a moment, and just lie down, looking at the ceiling, just contemplating what happened.
Right. Okay. Back to the hospital. You having calmed down Kirvoth, I don't know why I keep saying Kirvoth, Irvoth. After having calmed down Irvoth, a nurse does in fact come into the room and tells you that visiting hours are over. And it's time for you to leave.
Considering Yervat's authority, isn't there a way that he can have me stay? Because like Kira just kind of looks at him and with a worried look and like tries to hint at her wanting to stay or something.
You're probably gonna have to persuade this one.
Persuade.
Yeah, this one's definitely persuasion because he's telling you to leave because if she's like, I'm sorry, but if you don't leave, we will have to call security.
The nurse is what?
The nurse says is like if she's essentially saying if you don't leave, we'll get the cops.
Okay, but what race is she?
She's Lorendi.
Okay. Persuade. Come on. Be on my side.
She's meant
Fuck all this shit!
One less. Oh, I can't wait for
Yeah.
that third persuasion.
Yeah, she's telling you, please, if you could leave him for the night, we will take care of him. I assure you.
I kind of get close to like Yerbot and I get close to his ear and I whisper, like, please wait for me to come back.
Nice.
And I
Is he
kind of, no,
He doesn't respond.
I just kind of like give him a last glance before leaving.
Right. And you head on back to his house.
Yep.
So after a while, maybe about 30 minutes of walking, you return to his house where you see Tavina on the couch eating Funyuns, watching those of varying caliber.
Just switching between like fucking DMX got out of space jail again, so he's on tour right now. So
Sure.
That
But
dude's
just-
still alive.
look, man, he can't stay out of jail, and you better believe that he is going to stay alive above every other hip hop artist, except for Dre. Dre'll never die either. But anyway, yeah. She'd
Y'all forgot about Dre.
Yeah, you would see Kiria come walking in when the door opens and kind of closes, opens and closes.
I kind of have a look on my face. And you like Kira walks in and she's like a bit pale and she has that look on her face like she's not there, you know?
Yeah, it's like the anime stare off into space, no pupils look.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd Savina would hear the door open and see you walk in, and then she'd like kind of just like wipe her mouth of the Funyun specks. She'd just fucking crumple up the bag and then just push it off, and she'd say, "Oh, hey, kitty cat," and then she'd actually like look over and see your face like it is, and she'd go, "Oh, that doesn't look good. What's she like get up and kind of walk over and say, I called the hospital a little bit ago and they said he was all right. What's going on?"
You know, at this point, I would kind of be spaced out, and I wouldn't even notice you, and just keep walking towards the room, towards this room, kind of. I don't notice you.
Okay, I think it would be like a couple steps before she would actually physically like not force it, like not really with any like hard force or anything. Not that you probably notice her strength, but she'd probably just like actually just stop you for a bit, like both hands on the shoulders, and be like, hey, whoa, what's going on?
She finally like comes back to reality and notices. He's like, oh, Tavina,
Yeah, hey, you were kind of freaking me out there, kitty cat. What's
oh, it's nothing much. It's just your bot. T. Yeah. Things are different, I guess.
Yeah, and she just kind of give like a bit of a raised eyebrow at that, and she said, "Yeah, I called the hospital a little bit ago, and they said he was doing all right. One little thing they did mention was his surprising healing rate. That might have been a bit unusual, but I mean, he can mind explode people, so that didn't really."
I just look at Tavina slightly for a moment, and I say, and I kind of like mumble something like vampire healing rate.
Yeah, you mumble it. She'd kind of like do that thing where she'd put her ear down a little closer. She'd go, just to clarify, like she probably heard it, but she'd probably just lean down and go, I'm sorry?
Vampire healing rate. Kind of mumbling it again.
Okay, so that is what you said. All right. So she'd probably like stare off into space for a second, just like you were, and then she'd probably like look back and go, vampire?
Vampire healing rate. That's the only thing that Kira is able to say right now.
Huh. And she'd probably think back. Tavina would actually think back to the whole thing. She was knocked out for a majority of it. During the time she was knocked out, was that the point that he was wounded by said creature?
I assume, because I don't see how else.
Roll me wisdom, both of you.
Wisdom?
Yeah.
Wisdom.
Hey, look, a better roll.
Not
Oh,
fantastic.
So, Davina, you probably wouldn't have saw this, but you definitely noticed that in the heat in the heat of the moment of the entire encounter last session, you did realize that towards like after like maybe about 6 to 12 seconds after Tavina nearly bit the dust, when she went out cold in the drum sets, you did notice that one of the little munchkin little vampire spawn did in fact bite
Your bot.
yeah, it did in fact bite him on the arm as he was blocking the creature.
Alright. I kind of like relay that to Davina, what I noticed.
Okay then. How? I mean, I can assume from the way you're acting, he's probably not taking it too well.
No. I did manage to reassure him well enough.
Okay, well that's good at least. Do you think he'll be back anytime soon, or
I'm afraid I may have not succeeded in reassuring him enough.
yeah? And she'd probably she'd probably have her hand on your on your shoulder, like on the top of it, and she'd probably give it like a more friendly little pat, a little rub, and she'd say, I'm sorry. I know you two had really come together really close. Really gotten pretty close during this little time we've been together here.
Yeah.
But he's alive, and well, you at least hopefully gave him a little bit of comfort in his time right now. But for the time being, we need to have another little group meeting to decide what we're going to do next. At least I don't want to. We're obviously not going anywhere without him. I don't intend to, but we still need to, at least in the interim, decide what we're going to do while we're here.
Indeed.
And she'd say, but if you need a minute, we can do this tomorrow.
No, it's fine. Let's move on.
Okay. Yeah, she'd probably go to everybody's room and try to bring them into the living room for a meeting. Assemble.
And does everyone assemble?
Everyone does assemble.
So the night hasn't ended yet?
Nope.
Okay.
I think about an hour into your sleep, Rafa, you would get a knock at the door.
Avengers, assemble!
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
Plan B team, assemble.
Shut up, phone.
Relax, phone.
Yeah.
Step out.
Yeah.
Have a choice.
Eventually, everyone gathers in the living room, and what are you gonna do?
Okay. So Davina would start it off by saying, all right. So the next question actually is,
Alright.
with what we know right now, which is still not a ton, but we still have, which I am very, very much hesitant at this point to go through with, but I still don't know if he had any part in it, but we still have the leader of this little resistance to go to for whatever lead he had, and other than that, we also still have hey Huff, can you refresh my memory of all the stuff I had? What do I have as far as information goes?
Well, only information you really have in terms of getting the production forward is the whole information with the record label guy. Other than that, you also know there's a lot of people after you, and there's also the fact that you know what you're going for and what you're trying to do. You're trying to find a crucible that contains thorium, which is needed to power the monument, which is the Millennium Drive inside the monument, which then is used to destroy a planet.
Right. Okay.
And this record label guy supposedly has the information on the whereabouts of that crucible.
Mm-hmm. We're also assuming that from what I learned before that he also got at least a lot of the information on me and this information from said vampires who are hunting. At least that's yeah. So other than that, we also have Queen's idea, which was pretty much hack into like whatever mainframe they have here to get the information. I'm still not a big fan of this idea, but after what happened last night with, I mean, honestly, no one here to trust, which, I mean, I didn't really trust him anyway, but these are our options. So,
The option is Queen's method, and what else?
still go through with the peaceable method, which is go back to record label / resistance guy and agree to his terms to get the information. Which his terms were, he tells us where it is, or at least leads us to it, in the direction of it, and we give him Sorium to fight to help the resistance.
I'm not a fan of giving Sorium to someone we can't even trust.
Well, neither do I, but that's the thing. We're already on as little information as we could have right now. But I don't know to trust him either, but do we break whatever little bit of sort of peaceable thing we might, like, percentage of a peaceable thing we might have here with them and the resistance here, or to get said information and then skedaddle as quickly as possible, or do we give a little benefit of the doubt because we don't know for sure?
Be right back.
All right. I guess pee break.
Yeah,
Guys can still discuss. It's just that progress won't go anywhere. Guys can still discuss.
Oh, yeah, and yeah, she would kind of give it again, like Wrath put his thing in. She'd look over to Kyria and she'd say, "What do you think?"
It's probably no secret now that I'm not I don't trust people easily, and I don't trust this guy. Should we really take that risk?
Well, another factor here too now is that makes things a little
Somebody
bit more
need a
risky.
cure.
Yeah, that makes things a little bit more riskier is your boy, who's now,
Inflicted.
yeah, and we don't know
Did we even
when.
tell anyone in the class here that he?
I guess I didn't. Hey guys. Well, actually, she would say, as she's saying this, yeah, she'd say, and yeah, your boy, who we don't know is if he's if he'll come back. Hopefully, he will on his own. But and then she'd look to the rest of the group, and then she'd look to you, like, for confirmation if it's okay to tell them about it. I
Well,
mean, you told her.
I mean, yeah, it's.
Yeah,
you know.
she'd say, our resident elf boy is might have conflicted a bit of vampirism.
Oh boy. That's. Look, as long as it doesn't affect his state of mind, I think it should be okay.
And
I
He's.
I might be able
I
to
don't
do
think
something
that's
if it's
the
in the
problem
early
right now.
stages.
Would you? I think he'd be happy to know that. Better tell it to him before he runs away.
yeah,
If I look at him, I might be able to do something in the early stages.
He is in the early stages.
You and me both,
Still.
my friend.
But the visiting hours are over and they tried to call the cops on me, so I had to leave.
yeah, we'd have to handle that tomorrow.
And that's what worries me. We'd have to wait an entire night. I'd
Is this
say we
like
break into
werewolves
this
with the
hospital.
full moon?
I would not recommend that.
It's
If
it's
there's one
not.
place we don't want to have a bad reputation at a hospital.
But then that ties us back to the point of, like, we may as well just do Queen's plan at that point. We may as well set up a big old thing.
Why
But-
not? What was Queen's plan again? Because I kind of forgot.
Hack into a terminal that might contain all the information
Then
at
go
the risk
ahead.
of getting caught.
But that's the thing. We're also taking a risk with him not only getting caught, but not getting the information, and also us no longer being allowed here.
But then we also have the risk of what if the other person is also lying, even if we give them the story.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. He needs us to get the Sorium, which leads me into the fact that he might also not be the benefit of the doubt. He might not have been in any way responsible for said attack, because how the fuck are we going to get the Sorium if we're dead? That kind of throws a wrench into his plan.
I guess you're right.
I
But
think
he
that
still sent vampires on us. I think we should have a little talk with this person.
I mean, we don't know if he did it. or
But
not.
the matter of the fact is, whether he did it or not, he got his information from people who just tried to kill us.
Well, yes, but silly.
So we should maybe have a little talk with this sir. It doesn't cost anything to get information.
I do agree at this point that maybe it is for the best to talk to him for now, even if it might seem really suspicious.
Suspicious? What is suspicious is being attacked by the same group that gave him the information.
It doesn't necessarily mean they're on the same side.
Hey, you, Groper.
all right. Let's please not try to kill each other today as well. All right, how about this? I know you don't feel good about leaving him there overnight, but we don't really have a choice unless we're willing to fuck whatever piece we've got here for the moment. We're willing to at least take a chance there. So how about we turn in for the night, and tomorrow you and Queen head over to the hospital and check in on our boy and see if you can do anything about him. And me and Rathy here will go and talk to resistance leader fella.
I agree.
Sounds
If
good.
Queen is fine, I agree.
That sounds very good.
All right. And
All right.
Avengers break.
So yeah, you guys end the meeting there. Two of you are splitting off to go to the hospital, while two of you are splitting off to go find the record, go talk with the record label guy / resistance member. Essentially, just divide and conquer, right?
Mm.
And you all head to bed for the night, and the next day rolls around. Morning comes. Do you guys leave in the morning or the afternoon?
Sweet long rest.
In the morning.
Morning. Yeah.
Probably
We want to make the most of the
ASAP.
day.
ASAP.
I will stop with I'll stop and try and collect blood samples from people, reminding
I
them
already
of
gave
the
you
danger.
mine a long time ago.
Well, not you then, apparently.
So you're stopping people as you're going along to the hospital. You're stopping random people. It's like, hey, can I have your blood?
My crew.
I don't
My
got
crew.
I don't got time for this. I don't got time for this. I just look at Queen like, don't got time for this.
She's just shielding her face like you did, and stops like as they're walking side by side initially, and then she keeps slowing down more and more as he keeps doing
No,
this.
no. I'm hurrying there to be right on when the visits are open again. So hell
Right.
no. Ain't stopping
You go
for
to the other side of
nobody.
the street.
So yeah, we'll start with the hospital.
Mhm.
Hospital, Kiri and Queen. You notice that there are patrol cars out front.
Mm.
Wait, quick question. What's that roll for? Seriously, what's that roll for?
That's my health.
Oh, it's a full. The long rest is a full restore, basically.
No. That's my level up health.
Oh, gotcha.
Ow.
I don't think I did that.
Okay, guys, that was the first
Again.
thing I did. I love my HP now. it's at 34.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I don't remember how to roll for HP though.
You don't have to. You can just increase it.
By how
That's
much?
There's a on your sheet on your class it says like roll this and then parentheses there's like
For this.
how much
plus.
yeah you can just
Alright, that's cool.
so I should have taken the 5 but I didn't so this is fine.
Yeah. So you're a hunter, right?
Yeah.
So that's 6 plus Constitution modifier.
10.
I get 6 plus
Or
my constitution.
or a 1d10.
Roll a d10. Yeah.
But you can also just straight up give you 6 plus Constitution modifier.
I'll take the 8 points.
I'll take the
Good.
8 points.
Cool.
I'll take the fucking 8. Fuck yeah.
Oh man,
You can
I'm
what
now
you
at
want.
12 health.
Whew.
Listen,
Shit!
I highly recommend you give me your blood.
it's okay. I will
I got like 28, bro.
I will cover the hell out of you.
That's why I'm bringing Lizard Boy here.
It's
Right.
squishy.
So, that aside, yeah, like I said before, you walk to the hospital where you left for the whole, where you left Kier.
Year butt.
That's gonna be fucking with me. It's gonna be fucking with me for a long.
Name. We got a lot of syllables.
We're just gonna call him V Dog. There you go.
I
V-Dog.
called him Vathi last time.
I'm saying V Dog. That's better that way.
V-Dog.
Or Vathi. V Dog. So head to the hospital where you left V Dog, and there are patrol cars out front, and there's a bit of a crowd out front as well.
Of course we heard.
Yeah. Upon closer inspection, who left? Who died? Yeah. Okay. So upon closer inspection, and he's back. And upon a closer inspection, you realize that you can see that from the patrol cars, because the patrol cars have a bit of like a half circle in front of the front side of the building. There are police officers. There are Lorendi officers just kind of keeping the peace, more or less, just kind of whole kind of cordoning off the area, and you can see that past the patrol cars and past the officers in the lobby, there's blood everywhere. Viscera, limbs everywhere.
In the hospital, you said, right?
Oh shit!
In the hospital.
Fuck.
Oh, great. That's pretty cool.
I take a sample.
Oh my god!
Look at all this blood! It's free real estate, guys.
I
Yeah,
don't think.
if you try to take a sample, the officers will stop you.
Can I just go and
It's
ask an
okay.
officer
I am a doctor.
what's going on?
Back off, citizen. Back off.
Can we go in the hospital?
No, you can't. Not from the front, at least.
I knew I should have gone at night and just burst in.
If you weren't alone, you might have died.
Can I use anything right now?
Persuasion.
Yes.
Persuade
I
them.
should probably try to persuade one of the officers that looks like he'd be the easiest to persuade to tell me what's going on.
Yeah, get the rookie.
Yeah, something like that.
The one with no power or authority?
Roll me perception.
Perception? Oh, to scout out
more
the
like-
area.
Well, yeah, no, not perception. Well, yeah, perception, then insight, then persuasion.
Perception, then insight, then this bitch that's -1.
Oh!
Persuasion. She gets no.
So-
She gets advantage, doesn't she?
That's
That is
advantage.
They're
That's
all
with
advantage.
advantage. That's
Yeah.
all with advantage.
Okay.
Persuasion.
I have her point him out to me.
Oh, no.
Yeah, what ends up happening is you spot the rookie, you walk up to the rookie, you see that he has zero idea what's going on. He looks over into the lobby. He's scared as all hell. He doesn't know what the fuck happened. His superior told him you were supposed to keep this area cordoned off. That's all he's doing. You walk up to him and it's like, hey, can you let me in? No, I don't want to do that. And he pretty much just shuts you down right then and there and says, if you talk to me, you're going to get arrested.
Queen,
But
I
Leon-
kind of go back to Queen and look at Queen. I'm like, we need a plan. I need to get in there.
Did you see an opening around the side of the building?
Or can you use your godlike persuasion skills to tell us what's going on?
Use your godlike -1. Give us that 20.
Apparently it only works.
Well, sure. I walk up to him like, excuse me, sorry, but we must. It's like, I am a priestess of the great machina, and we are here to help.
Oh, yeah.
Guidance.
That's good shit.
Yep.
Good shit.
Guidance, persuasion. Okay, let's try this.
Oh my god.
Here it is.
Then I'm also gonna add a D4 to it.
Oh, yes, baby!
Oh, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, baby!
I told you he's got godlike persuasion skills.
What?
I max
the
out
fuck?
my persuasion and talking. I'm the talker here, but this motherfucker will roll 20s and 19s.
God.
And
Man.
I lean him down and I kiss his forehead. Like, don't worry, the architect will protect you. And I walk inside.
I follow Queen.
Yeah. Yeah. Just stands there, absolutely mesmerized by this mechanical woman who essentially just Mother Teresa this motherfucker.
Oh,
And he's just like, sure. Both behind, just kind of keeping an eye on you two.
Oh, and I slip him one of the thumb drives that I made with all of my prayers on it as I'm heading in.
He takes it absolutely just like fixed. Like this is conversion right here.
Oh my god.
Is my mixtape?
Oh my
-1 charisma, bitch.
-1. Hey, fellas, D&D players out there, far and wide, always go -1 on your persuasion if you are playing a religious person, because you
The
will.
great Machina favors me.
You will crit.
You have the dice gods on you for fucking persuading.
For fucking persuasion.
I can't believe
Okay, now we're inside. What do we see?
Oh, since you're in the hold on.
what the hell, man. I cannot believe what is going on. You didn't even need to roll that d4 at that point.
Yeah, but I already used it, so
No, I know. I mean,
Oh.
it's free.
just got to get the extra little bit in just in case.
Shush, shush. Looking around in the lobby, the hospital lobby. You see that there is blood everywhere. Like, you see that there are a few torsos off to the left. There's maybe a limb or two off to the right. You even see a head on the countertop towards your front. Absolute.
I believe
viscera.
that one is dead.
Can we investigate to see what type of damage that was like done to these?
Sure.
That's investigation, I guess.
Yep.
See, fuck my rolls.
Oof.
Oh my god.
Crane, why?
Do not worry, follow me.
So
All we have to
Queen,
do is follow the trail of blood.
everywhere.
I take a sample.
Sure. Queen, you notice that aside from the viscera everywhere, you see that there are distinct marks. Like something. It's like some sort of motorized blade cut through the walls. Like there are clear holes in the walls, and you also see that the bodies that were kind of course, just cut up were actually cut up by that same weapon. You also see that there was a bit of a struggle with the security. You see that there are, in fact, bullet holes everywhere. So something happened that got the security guards involved, but ultimately had the security guards and any bystanders probably torn apart.
All right. Interesting. After figuring out the situation, I'd say I'd make my way towards Yervud's room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Sure.
and as you get closer and closer to the Earvoth's room and to V-Dog's room, you start to see that the destruction gets more and more and more apparent.
I start getting worried, and Kira starts walking faster as she gets more and more worried.
Yeah, and eventually you arrive at his room where it's just absolute destruction. You see that the doorway, the door itself has been just torn to pieces. Like there's just wood chips, there's metal chips everywhere. You also see that there is several cave-in indentations in the walls, like something was thrown against the wall. You also see that there's clearly been a struggle here, like something was fighting here.
So I guess Yervud did not leave out of his free will. Who the fuck would take him?
I mean, wasn't necessarily him being taken.
But there was a struggle in the room, bro.
Oh.
Can we track wherever he was
Yeah.
taken to?
With this amount of destruction, you can't really tell.
Well, is there any blood splatter going down any particular hall?
No, it seems like it pretty much followed the direction where you were coming from. Most of the blood came from that direction.
From the front door?
From the front door all the way to this room. There doesn't seem to be any other exits. It looks like whoever, took stuff seemed to be very confident to walk straight up the front door.
Wait a second.
I look at the ceiling, see if there's anything in particular.
I can use something.
Oh yeah, this is your forte.
This is my forte.
This is your forte.
I want
Also,
to track him.
both of you, roll me perception right quick.
Hey, this is your fort.
This is your Fortnite.
Oh,
Oh god.
Yeah,
Hey, there it is.
hey, finally opposite for once.
yeah. Queen doesn't see this, but Curia, you notice that there is a CCTV camera in the corner of the room.
Hell
Those little
yeah!
like those little bulb things.
Okay, I look at Queen and I tell her, hey, there's a camera. Can you do something about this? We need to know what went on in here.
I would need to access it, but yes.
Alright, let's work on this.
Give me a few moments. I go to access it, but I need 10 minutes to prepare.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to cast Ghost, Data Ghost
Okay.
on myself. So me and 6 other people. So if Kiria, do you have a good computer skill?
Computer skill? I
Yes.
have no computer skills.
Okay, so it'd just be me then. Okay, well, any enemy that tries to look at me through the computer network, they get a -10 to try and see me.
Oh,
It's a ritual spell, and then I'm gonna hack in and ask the little machine spirits to help me out and find our friend.
You look into the camera and you go into you tap into the past 24 hours. Well, yeah. You tap into the past 24 hours that the CCTV camera was on, and you see that in the past 24 hours there was a bit of a commotion. See that you do see like the you see Curia, you see Irvoth kind of just embracing each other, just kind of you see her calming him. You see the nurse come in, and you see her walk out with the nurse. About maybe 2 to 3 hours later, towards maybe 12 or 1 o'clock at night, you see that happens off camera. There's a flash of light. Windows in that nursing, you know how you have those windows in the hospital rooms?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See that window blow out, kind of get blown open. As you see Kirvoth kind of shield himself from the glass, and you see that there is an individual who's sharply dressed, like a jester's mask, like a sort of like a mask similar to that of a jester, alongside a maid who's clearly wielding a chainsaw. Has several horns. And this maid of sorts is wearing a black and white maid's robe. She has a chainsaw. There's blood on the maid's robe. And she's actually blindfolded, but you can tell that she seems to be walking perfectly fine.
We just stepped into an anime.
Oh,
Straight up.
You see that the jester, you can't hear them because there's no audio, but you can definitely tell that like these two individuals at all. He seems to be very distressed, and eventually has to pull on Irvoth's wrist, but he resists. And then there's this whole scuffle that breaks up between the maid and Irvoth, which is the result of all the destruction you see around you.
Mm.
Truly, Irvoth is overpowered by the maid and is taken and is knocked out by the flat blade of the chainsaw and is dragged off.
So at least it won't kill him.
Right. Is there any way I can use my access point to follow him through the cameras?
I'd say with a 19, you're able to follow him, but the scene pretty much plays out like this. You see him getting dragged off in the same direction you came from, and you tell that you can see that from the vantage points of all the other cameras, there is blood.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back and from those,
I want to follow him through the building.
That, like I said, he essentially goes through the same way you came in.
Mm. Can I see what he got loaded into?
Not from the lobby, no.
Are there
Do
any
I have
cameras,
access to outside cameras?
There are no outside cameras.
There are no
There's
outside
no outside
cameras.
cameras. Okay. Well then, I would like to take a still shot of these two people
Mhm.
and Wi-Fi it over to the nearest computer and have it printed out.
Yeah, there's you do in the kind of like the area, that kind of waiting area, in like a
Yeah.
typical hospital. There's you hear like the printer go off and prints out the
Yep.
image of the
And
two
then,
people.
yep, and I walk out of the room to the little reception desk, reach over and grab the printout, hand it to Kyria.
You had me what?
I hand you a printout of the people that took
Oh.
V-Dog.
It's stuck in my
Like-
brain now.
We have to give this to Tavinta.
Oh my god, it's Davina.
You know, I have an accent. Leave me alone.
Oh, I
But
wish
we have
I
to.
could
We
track
have
him
to
right
give
now.
it to her. Let's go to the others. There's nothing more we can do here. And I proceed to walk out, doing my last rites thing.
Right.
Also collecting blood samples.
Sure.
Hmm.
Anything from you?
I wanna try. Is Yervat still considered Elorendi?
Oh.
No, because I changed as the day began. I changed my second query to vampire.
He's not considered Lorendi anymore.
I have a vampire grudge right now too, so I can try to expand in use of my rig to aid in tracking one of my queries, which is vampire right now. I spend a tech slot and spend one uninterrupted minute in concentration. Once I do so, I can learn whether any creatures of my chosen query type is present within 10 miles of my location. Reveals
Could
the
tell
type
you-
of query present, blah blah blah. Yeah?
I can tell you that he's not within 10 miles of you.
Oh shit, he's far.
He's
Whew.
not within 10 miles of you. That is a no.
He is far. Now my question is he even still on this planet?
It's an important question that you'll probably have to ask sometime later as we transition over to the record studio.
Wait. I wanted to ask before we even head to the place itself. I would ask if we can even go to stop by like an armor spot and buy some armor.
Oh, that's a good idea. I was not going to do that again.
Sure.
Yeah?
Don't have
Yeah. I got one thing in mind to buy.
Yeah, I need something else, but at the same time, I'm considered rogue, so don't really have a lot in the way of.
Look, I can just beefcake it up, so I don't have to think about it much. So yeah, so I wanted to buy the fusion armor. If doable.
fusion armor.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Some tells me he got probably
What's that?
taken to Seoul.
What?
was that?
I'm thinking. I'm having some internal monologue. Leave me be.
Fusion armor. Do you have a strength of 16?
Hell yeah, I do.
Jesus.
And
Oh,
Free to
look who's
purchase
good
it.
for something.
Wow. Rude. So you said good, like cool.
Yeah, but there's no dex bonus to that. So,
There wasn't dex bonus in the other one I had either.
just letting you know.
I appreciate it though. I appreciate it. All right, so I have purchased the fusion armor, and I'm going to equip it over, like, instead of the heavy trooper armor. That being said, is it possible
Ooh.
to just either sell the heavy trooper armor, or if not, just throw it away?
If you sell the trooper armor, it will be half its original price.
Hey man, that's fine by me. It's better than 0. Even though it's singed.
That's why it's half its original price.
Yeah, that's fine. So it'd be 320, or I can't math. 375.
Yep.
Cool. Alright, I'll sell it so I don't have it anymore in my
Damn.
inventory. Let me remove that.
Yeah, I should have looked
Bruh.
at armor too. And do that before leaving.
Yeah, is this the fusion armor they got? Goddamn.
375, correct? Is that what I
Mhm.
said? So I
Yeah.
have this amount. Cool.
This man a walking tank.
Correct. That
Hell
is the
yeah.
idea.
That's good.
I'll wait until you see what's gonna happen next. As in, if we get into combat. Nothing's
Okay.
gonna happen until we get into combat. So let me adjust my weights real quick. Make sure. That was a plus 10 in pounds compared to the other one. Let's see.
The trooper
Yeah.
armor, it has
10
a
pounds heavier, yeah.
essentially, yeah.
Okay, and I'm just adjusting the weight I have on me.
So, yeah. Anything else?
That's it for me. I don't know about
Hmm.
you.
Okay, so if you don't have, if you are not proficient with the armor, what does that mean?
Wear the armor.
You get a
Otherwise,
-4 while wearing it.
So
Essentially.
don't do it.
Okay, fantastic. So the only thing that the only upgrade I can really do in terms of armor is an infiltration suit. Which
And?
would put my AC up to 14 instead of 13.
I'm better.
That's true.
Wait,
It's true.
from what to what?
I'm wearing an armored jacket right now, which is essentially a leather jacket. This is in my head, a leather jacket with some metal in it. So I don't use a shield. My dex bonus is only a +2. I don't really have anything else to add to that. So from 11 to +2, that only gives me 13 AC.
Oh, and I guess you asked the proficiency because you wanted to wear a medium armor instead.
I would have liked to, but yeah, if that's the cost, then absolutely not.
Well, but
So
is your weapon two-handed? Oh, but you would need to be, I guess, proficient in shield too. Huh.
yeah. So yeah, I'll just and it's really not that much. It's a paltry sum. So I'll buy an infiltration suit and I'll just have +1 better.
You could also try doing a PSD. Oh wait, then it requires no proficiency. And it counts for a +2 bonus to burst saves if worn. Oh wait, without armor. Never mind.
Yeah, the shield device.
Never mind. I don't think that works as I wanted it to. Never mind. It's not gonna work because you're wearing armor.
Anything else?
That's it for me, at least. Or is it?
Okay.
Is it for me actually? Let me double check something real quick. Okay.
So instead of a leather jacket, I'm now just wearing like a leather suit.
Very cool. Alright, so what I want to do is yeah, actually. So can I? So, refresh my memory. I can use 2 melee weapons at a time if I wanted to. Like if it doesn't say two-handed, of course. Like if it's two-handed, I need both hands to wield one.
But you can't swing at the same time.
Can't swing at this.
Unless you have 2 attacks.
Unless, yeah, but at that point, I mean, you can still do that with like with one weapon anyway, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you could use either weapon if you do wield.
But you can't hit with both at a time.
And hit with both at a time.
Alright, don't worry about it then. I think that's... I'm just checking real quick. Ooh, actually... I do want to buy... I'm trying to find an explanation for this. I want to buy EMP?
What's the point?
What's that?
Point.
What's the what?
What is the point to buying an EMP?
Oh, I mean, to have EMP, to be able to, you know, disable machinery? That's what I'm thinking.
Bitch.
I will say that you're going to need to actually have to spend some time to get an EMP because EMPs, especially in this day and age, are hard to come by. The EMPs aren't readily available.
Plus, this place is pretty backwater.
Okay, it's fine. If I can't buy it, then I can't buy it.
I'm honestly surprised they have fusion armor in this place. That's pretty great.
Just go with it. Let it be. Alright, if that's the case, then I think I'm good with what I have.
Alright. As you arrive back at the record label building, and of course you are kind of sent all the way back up to the kind of like office suite where more like I wouldn't say CEO because he's definitely not like some sort of big shot like that. I don't know the term for him, but essentially the guy is up there. You know, he has his hands tied and he's just like, so much pleasure to see you guys.
Oh, I bet. I'm sure you heard about what happened. I mean, you're the head of this place.
Oh, a little bird told me, and I saw it from here.
Oh, so you were watching the whole thing?
Yes, how could I miss a performance like that?
Oh, you mean my show? Well, that's very flattering, but I was more so talking about everything that happened after the performance.
Oh, but I was the one, of course, telling the authorities of what had occurred. Although they were a bit late to the party.
Yeah, and she puts her like fingers up and she said, just a tad. Just a little bit. But that aside, I just wanted to have a little and she would she'd sit down and she'd say, I just wanted to have a little powwow with you about this little deal of yours and everything, and about what you might know about these.
Right back.
Okay.
What happened?
He had to go do something.
Oh.
Think you can go or no?
Oh. Who left?
Tide?
I did
Did
not.
Tide leave again?
No.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah, I've been here the whole time.
Oh, that's
I confused their voices too.
Yeah, I confused their voices.
You sound a lot more manly than me.
I don't know how you guys confuse the voices.
Because Hoaf usually speaks louder, and Tide's voice sometimes is a bit like
I feel like the opposite.
Squeaky.
he was too soft. this time, so I kind of like didn't hear
I
him.
feel like Tide sounds louder than Whiff.
Yeah, but like,
Wait.
Oh, because I have 200% on Tide and I don't.
There you go. That'll do it.
yeah, I have tied it.
Why is he so loud? I don't know what. Sorry.
Oopsie daisies.
So, God.
I don't know how you guys confuse them.
I legitimately don't.
Hmm.
Whoopsie daisy.
I think I might have
I'll
to
get
go
a-
shopping.
I attack.
I'm enjoying this class. Super OP. Except for my charisma and my intelligence. -1.
I like my beefcakeness.
I guess it doesn't matter for someone having -1 charisma.
Nope.
All right. So what are you saying? Phil?
I'm hearing a slight jealousy.
Hey, welcome back, Whiff.
Yes. What were you saying, Phil?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so she'd sit down and she'd say, so I just wanted to have a little powwow with you about your informants, since we're now, there's no secrets between us at this point.
Oh, secrets? I was keeping secrets? I don't know. I wasn't keeping anything from you.
Can I do insight? Check to see if he looks like he's lying.
Go ahead.
Oh, God, come
Go
on.
ahead.
Don't waste your...
Why are you screaming at me?
Go ahead. See if he's lying.
That's-
Oh.
You need to turn the voice volume down, it sounds like.
Yeah.
No, I
that's
know
what
you're
it
not
sounds
actually
like.
screaming at me. It's just silly. I know you're not screaming at me.
He's
I
being
like
funny.
I like.
I'll scream
Alright, I
at you
won't.
as much as I
will-
want.
Okay, that's okay. I won't do an insight check. Just go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and roll insight then.
No, I said I won't. Just keep going. Whatever.
Okay.
Why are you screaming?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, so she'd kind of give a little chuckle at that, and she'd go, I thought it was funny the first time. I genuinely did. And surprisingly, it maintains its humor. But why don't we maybe stop dicking each other around at this point? And
I don't.
you tell me. You tell me
Hmm?
if you had anything
Anything.
to do with those, and she points to the screen, to those motherfuckers attacking me.
And he looks over at the newscast and he's just like, with these folk. Well, certainly important for you to make that connection. That, of course, as the most powerful person here in Kaikokon, it looks very damning to me. But I will assure you, nothing to do with what occurred at your little. If I did, you wouldn't be sitting here.
All right, see, now I'm going to make an insight check.
Of course.
All right, so now I can finally use my expert interrogator feature.
Oh, here we go.
So I get a bonus equal to half of my specialist level. So we're level 3 right now, right? So
Correct.
So that would be what, like 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so just +1. And on any insight check to determine if they're lying. So, and if I succeed on said check, I get the same bonus on a persuasion or intimidation check.
Right.
And I can help you with the intimidation check.
That you can, especially in your nice big fucking deadly looking fusion.
Yum yum.
No.
Just please stop.
You're breaking my concentration. One story.
God.
18.
Uh, yeah, he's not fooling anyone. You definitely know this motherfucker's lying out of his ass.
So he did have something to do with that attack.
Intimidation.
Are we intimidating?
Okay. So so she'd say, she would follow that up with, interesting. Or maybe the boys you hired are just really fucking bad at their job. So so again, why don't we cut the shit, all this fucking bureaucratic play fighting that you love to do, and tell me why, and why at this point I should even consider this deal when you tried to kill the person you made a deal with. And let me get now, I'm not directly, I'm not threatening him in any way, though.
This is passive aggressive, so.
Okay, all right, yeah. So that'll we'll say I slammed my fist on my chair.
I mean, I
And
would have
then,
pointed him and pointed my gun at his head. Career type.
Intimidation. I can do both.
All right, so you, so helping,
I'd be
so
helping you, yeah.
so what do you do to help me out?
I'm
When
just
I
standing there looking heavily prominent.
No, I'd
Just
say what
breathing heavily.
what he does to help you out. What he does
Cross
to
your
help
arm.
you out. Vision armor. You hear a click as it turns on. A menacing glow to it.
All right.
Alright, let's
And do like a
rolls.
battle ready stance.
I could even recall my weapon, just the weapon, to make it further intimidating.
So
If we're going for intimidation.
All right, so what do I get with him helping me out?
advantage.
Okay.
Hey, yeah. I like advantage.
So here's the first one. That's no good.
Let's hope we do better.
That's even worse. Holy shit.
At least you don't have disadvantage. At least.
Oh my god. Ugh. Fuck
The dice
me. Hold
gods
up,
are
hold up,
on
hold up,
your
hold up.
side too.
I can't believe. this, these
Give me a
won't
second.
happen.
Give me a second. Hold up. Let me.
I'm
Do you need to call me for help?
I think
apparently
I have a thing here.
+6 and still. You don't have any inspiration either, do you?
What's that?
You don't happen to have any inspiration either, do you?
I don't know.
Somebody call Pope Bot.
I don't have inspiration.
Pope bot?
Pope Bot.
Really?
But will always remain. That's not going to change for a little while. So what you doing still? Before we move on here.
Yeah, I'm just. Okay, no, that's an attack thing. Okay, all right. Yeah. So I mean, I know he's lying, but that does nothing.
So yeah, you kind of passive aggressively, non-threateningly, talk to him, and he just laughs. He's just like, oh you, you and your threatening, which sounds like other bullshit.
Chef just pointed a gun at his head.
You know as well as I do that there's nothing you can possibly do to even affect the outcome of this war. You know that when the war starts, the Lorendi will win. Because the Conclave has zero of them. They're outgunned and outmanned. So until you think of a good countermeasure to all of that, you might as well give up now. Even better, I'll let you walk out of this office free of charge.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, she'd say, so that's it, huh? And she'd lean back.
You were supposed to die. I didn't want to get
And
you.
still the lack of confidence. We put down all your men, and still it all comes down to a lack of confidence and your... What race is this person again?
This is a Balar.
Balar, that's right. And the Lorendi males, it's a matriarchal society. The males are submissive, yes?
Yes, this is obvious.
Yeah, he'd say. She'd like lean back and she'd go. And I guess the Lorendis, I guess their fucking submissive nature's rubbing off on your ass if you're willing to fucking give in that easily.
You do know a female robot.
He holds up a hand. He holds up like a clawed hand. He's like, "You mean you just insulted me by calling me submissive compared to those fucking disgusting Lorendi? That's your ass, Tavina Knox. That is your ass.
You mean that thing that you've been doing to me this whole time?
You were supposed to die in that concert. I had no reason to give you anything I had on the Crucible. There was zero reason, because everyone in this galaxy wants you dead, and I was trying to do them a favor.
Oh shit.
But here you are, sitting in front of me. Fuck myself.
Wait.
Don't fucking laugh. Because the moment you step out of this goddamn office, you're gonna get gunned down like every other poor son of a bitch that walks into my place.
Where is he standing on right now? Like, I guess he's not standing, he's sitting behind a desk?
He's sitting behind his desk.
How well covered is that desk?
I will cover that desk. It's a wooden desk.
Okay, just a wooden desk. Perfect. Okay.
Is it oak?
Is there
Mahogany.
anything
Of course.
any device that, I guess any electronic device around in the desk area?
That you can see? No.
Nothing on the walls, the ceilings either?
Nothing that you can tell.
Nothing that I can tell.
It's gonna require a perception check.
I do want to do a perception check.
Yeah, I want to do that too.
Let me... Wow, where is... Let's hope for the best. Not bad.
14.
We might be having a hostage situation on our hands, friends.
Hell yeah.
So,
Don't worry. They will find their purpose in the afterlife.
So, Tavina, you know that the mahogany desk isn't just a mahogany desk. It has a built-in holographic computer in it. And it does have other drawers for other sorts of materialistic data collecting and whatnot, and information consolidating. But other than that, the only real electronic in the room is, of course, the lava lamp floor, the computer desk.
Gotcha. Okay. I think I want to. Do I really want to do this?
You don't see this though, Silver.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Savina does.
Never mind. I can't do anything.
Yeah, I think Tavina would notice, like, actually, no, you're wearing a helmet. You're constantly wearing a helmet. She wouldn't see shit you're doing. Just having a look around.
You probably see me like move around my head, like checking the area out as I'm listening.
Yeah. Hoff, would I have to make a roll to, through a series of looks, have Silver tell Silver that the only thing of any real technological import is that death?
He will have to make an insight check.
Ah, dang it. The worst kinds of checks.
Just tell him. Get him.
Well, there's someone in there.
We need. I want to do this as slyly as possible before we break it. And then take him as a hostage.
Alright, I'll do an insight.
Fuck, where's the ship at? We're gonna need to make a quick exit.
I actually, don't worry. My brain has been thinking about that this whole time in case it's necessary. Don't you worry. Or maybe
How did
worry
this
a little.
pussy get
maybe
put in?
maybe a little worry a little bit, but come on, man.
Oh no.
Ah.
Oh well, you're gonna have to tell
yeah.
him quick, break the table.
Yeah,
Well.
you see Tavina just giving you weird looks. Anything
Is Tavina checking me out in my new suit?
If
Suit
Rattalos
is
is
really nice.
if Rattalos is quick on his
working out.
reflex, he should react fast enough. So it's all on you.
The thing is, like, what I want to do, technically I can't do it because I'm not aware.
That's not what I mean. He could tell you to, like, he could, like, all of a sudden tell you quick break the table, but I don't know how fast the other guy reacts.
Well, I wouldn't need to break the table necessarily.
You don't want
Just-
to tell anyone? What do you
Just
want to do
leave
with
it
the
out of
table, so-
commission, and potentially other stuff out of commission as well. But I don't know about this right now, so I can't do anything.
Well,
until
you
I'm
guys
made
aren't
aware.
getting out of here without getting shot.
Nope. We're gonna have to do something anyway. So,
I mean, I still have my idea in mind, but I would need to see it, basically. So I can't do a preemptive strike, basically.
okay. What if okay. I want to do something. I want to play out like a Sherlock Holmes style scenario in my head. I want to do that Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes thing.
The best one.
So seeing the desk, the only technological thing, the lava lamp floor, everything like that. Is it glass or is it like a special space glass?
It's a special type of monitor that can handle like the constant wear and tear of shoes. So it's like a screen. It's presenting the lava lamp corner side of a kind of effect.
Okay. Is there any other light projecting in the room?
Other than the natural light coming through the windows behind the Balar, no.
It's daytime anyway, so okay. So what I play out in my head is getting up and then telling all I'm wanted to say to you, Silver, in this little scenario is break it. Do you think Rathy's a smart guy, I imagine? Do you think you would get what that means?
Nah, he'd probably take it literal and actually break it completely.
Like this, the death
Yeah, well,
or him?
no, the desk for sure. Just because
Isn't that
it's
what
the
we
only
want?
thing that's the only thing that looks like immediately.
It's in the way of getting to that guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How wide apart is the desk? What's the distance between me and him sitting in this chair and him behind the desk?
From you to the desk, it's 10 feet, and then an extra 3 feet to him. So it's 13 feet from you to him.
Not bad.
5 feet wide.
Okay. If I wanted to make some very quick movement and Dukes of Hazzard style slide over the desk
Oh my god.
to get to him, what rolls would I need to make for such a thing?
First, athletics check. Second would be an athletics check as an opposed struggle against you.
Okay. All right.
Well, while he struggles, though, can't you buy enough time for Rattlers to, like...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay.
Down, like we could talk real quick.
I think he's done talking.
Yeah.
No, you and me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, diplomacy has failed.
That's what I say. You and
Diplomacy
me can
has
talk.
All right. So a dex and athletics, you say?
Yeah, acrobatics and athletics.
Acrobatics. Okay.
Good luck.
Let me see. What is my?
I hope rolls are on your side.
You have good dexterity at least. So.
I do. It's my best trait. It's my best one. I'm very fast. Not very strong though, but I mean I have average strength, so. So what I do? Okay, so here's what I do. I go through all these scenarios in my head. And looking at this Belair type fellow, just from a look over from, like, because I can only see the top part of his body, and knowing that he is a robot, can I get at least a ballpark estimate of how strong he would be?
Well, judging from his upper body, you can tell that he is in fact a robot. It's less of a robot and more of an exoskeleton. This sort of like exoskeleton could potentially break bones if it wanted to. That's probably the most it could do. It could probably toss you around a bit, probably break a few bones, but nothing more than that.
All right, well, that's pretty strong.
It wouldn't have the strength to throw you through walls or anything.
All right, so not full upgraded Adam Jensen, but
Wait, is he considered a construct?
No. Are essentially walking suns.
Nor an automaton, right? I assume not an automaton, but
No, he's not an actual robot. He's a
Okay.
walking sun inside an exosuit.
okay.
so it's all right. Yeah. So going over all this and seeing that, what she says is, yeah, and she would lean up a little bit and would, let's say, so that's it then, huh? The resistance is fine with dying, even if it means throwing away the only chance you might actually have to put away to maybe have a fighting chance against your enemies.
I'm only here profiting from the madness. Could give a damn about the Lorendi and the resistance. They only come to me because they need the funds.
So that's how you're in charge. Fucking money.
Best damn motivator in the galaxy.
All right, well. I would say that it was a pleasure talking to you, as I do. Most business interactions, most people I do business with, but I'm afraid you'd catch me in a lie. And then she would stand up, kind of dust herself off a little bit, and then say, "Now how about?" Actually, no. She'd stand up, dust herself off a little bit, and she'd turn around, like next to the chair to make her exit, and she'd go, "Actually, there is one other thing. If you'll humor me for a minute, and then I'm gonna make the dex roll."
Oh no. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Perfect timing, though. Perfect timing. Let's get this shit going.
I got this fusion armor for a reason.
Already started being useful.
Go ahead and roll that acrobatics.
I got a lot of stuff now that can help.
Now, with my quick draw action, I would have already had my gun out, like, immediately after I said that.
All right.
12, okay.
Yeah, you're able to vault over the vault over the desk and get to him. Now roll athletics. Opposed.
All right. 17.
Wait, so what happens
Oh.
here?
Oh
Well,
boy.
You don't have
beats
any
you.
pluses for your athletics?
My strength is 0, and I'm not proficient in it.
Wow.
So yeah, you both are now in an equal struggle.
And then she would shout over to you. She'd say, "Rathy, break the desk."
Alright, recalling the Warhammer and it's gonna get broken.
Yeah. As this thing snap and a crash as the desk gets smashed in half.
Boy.
Hell yeah.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
When the
What
voice
the hell are we
comes
gonna
up,
do now?
He's gonna fight back. He's gonna struggle to get away from you. He's gonna
Well, you.
throw me into the athletics.
Are the athletics?
Yeah.
Athletics for Tavina.
Oh,
Ah.
He breaks free and is now running towards the door.
get him!
Alright, well, that would mean he's passing by me.
Yes, and it's an attack of opportunity.
Yep, so using that attack of opportunity with my Warhammer. Where is
You done fucked up, Ron.
Oh, he absolutely messed up. I'm trying to look up. It was a 1d8. No, that's for damage. Yeah, I just got a hit. And that is d20 plus strength plus proficiency.
Correct.
And then no buffs this time.
Holy
Uh,
jeez.
you
Slap.
hit. You hit for sure.
Alright. Because I hit, I don't want to take absolutely any chances.
Oh no.
My boy here is gonna suffer quite some damage. Let me look it up real quick.
Oh god.
That's 2d8.
We need him alive.
Well, yeah, we need him alive.
Well, it's a melee attack, so I can do it non-lethal. But I want
Yeah.
to make sure he stays unconscious.
Right.
We don't want
You
him
don't
going
need-
anywhere.
You don't need the sun to be alive, do you? Just the guy you're choking out.
Look, different mindsets, okay?
Look, we can't weekend at Bernie's our way out of here, all right?
So basically, I'm rolling. I expend a tech slot, and I'm rolling for 3d8.
All right.
Right, 2d8 for rank 1. Yeah. And then Warhammer itself is. Oh wait, I only recalled the Warhammer. Technically, that is a 1d10 because it is diverse. So I'm rolling 2d8 and a 1d10.
All right.
Two-handed.
Holy shit, he's getting knocked out.
Oh,
my god!
nasty.
So what ends up happening is that free from Tavina, but
That's an attack of opportunity.
breaks free from Tavina, but slips right past Rathalos, only to see a hammer face come right into his face, crushing his face plate, causing him to clothesline off his back and flip, landing on his face, shutting down.
Oh.
Ugh.
Alright, so
Somebody learned something from fighting vampires.
I'm gonna
Oh.
pick
He's
him
out.
up.
He is out. He's out.
I'm gonna pick him up, of course. So I have only one hand free. And then for now, I'm gonna drop my Warhammer and then recall my shield just in case.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So she Tavita would just be fucking like pog champing over here. That whole thing.
Look, if you got an
And then-
idea, now's the time.
Yeah. And she'd say, "Hot damn, Rathy, nice shot. All right." Now, and she'd take. I want to take a more thorough look around this place to see if there were any other exits or just computers or any other technology of any sort.
Well, you do see a sort of a jetpack. It looks to be attached. Looks like it was going to be attachable to his back. And you see that there's a button next to the window where the jetpack is leaning up against the wall. You see that there might have been a possible escape route had he used it.
So we're picking that up.
All right, we have one jetpack.
How is it possible to know how much weight it can handle?
Well, they can handle just
Trial
up
and
to-
error.
Handle up to 300 pounds.
Oh damn it!
How much do you weigh?
I'm too heavy for that.
Whoa, you're heavy, my dude.
Yeah, I'm 334 pounds, and then plus the gear I have, which is 48.5 pounds. Yes, I am heavy.
Big boy. Okay. All right, yeah, so not seeing any other way other than the jetpack itself and knowing that there's two of us and only one jetpack. I mean, she'd still take it, but
No, absolutely. But we'd have to find a way out.
Crazy idea. The jetpack, and while the other could potentially ninja their way down.
Wait, how high are we?
About 50 stories.
50?
Oh.
Okay, so
So we're a little high up. I see that now. This is a scary situation all of a sudden.
By yourself, how much do you weight, Silver?
It's 334. I'm too heavy for the jetpack, so that's out of the question already.
Even
Yeah,
if
if
you're too
anybody
heavy, even if you're too heavy for the jetpack, is there a way to like limit your fall with it?
That's what I'm looking for. Ah, crud. I'm looking through all the spells that I have ready, because obviously I can't do every single one of them. Let me see. No, just stop saying you found the last entrance of it. No, you didn't. Where's my? There it is. No, that's not
To
it.
kind of make things a little worse for you, you feel trembles beneath you.
Oh boy. Okay, so how long did
Trembling.
it take? How long did it take to get out of the building? Or in the building up to the 50th floor?
About roughly 5 to 6 minutes.
5 to 6 minutes, I assume, through an elevator. Did we ever manage to catch an emergency escape?
All right.
There were fire escape doors. Like there are fire, like, you know, those stairs for, like, in case there's a fire.
Yes. How heavy is Davina?
Oh, I weigh about fucking. I weigh like
$1.20.
no. Surprisingly, like I'm a little fit. I weigh about 197.
What the fuck,
Okay.
Davina? You're a
I
big
don't know.
woman.
Wow.
Okay.
Holy
so you're-
shit.
How tall are you?
It's. I'm like 6 foot. Like
Yeah.
Yep, you're a crackhead.
That's
Alright,
a lot of weight.
So, hear me out. This is gonna sound insane.
Right.
I'm down for insane.
You're welcome to use a jetpack to get out of here, and then I'll just sprint out.
Okay, I mean, I have confidence in you, and I'm sure you do. But how do you feel about fighting what is probably an army that's going down there?
Well,
Well,
Here's the
when
thing,
you
though.
say
they never got the
when you say
got the message out.
no, guys, before you even start making up weird ass plans,
Okay.
so everything begins to tilt.
The building.
What direction? I guess we can't really tell. Huh?
Can you guys
Can't
just?
really tell. You just see everything begin to tilt sideways.
Looking at the window, would it be like as if the walls all of a sudden might be slowly turning into walkable kind of tilt?
Jenga kind of tilt.
Oh, that's not a good tilt.
I don't think there's a good tilt.
All right. How much is it? How leaned over are we right now, and how quickly is it been doing this?
It's slowly going to the. I'd say we're at 0. We're at 0. It was at 0 before. 20, 30, and it's slowly getting faster and faster as gravity starts to work on the building.
Shit. All
Why
right.
you guys just jump out the goddamn window?
How? If I jump out the window, I'm dead.
Put the jetpack on and just grab to the
I
wall.
cannot. I am too heavy.
Grab to the wall.
Okay, but towards another building.
Yes.
I guess
You don't
you're
have to
right.
fly. You just have to fall with
Okay.
style.
Because I guess I'm not aware of the environment around us. There's a lot of other buildings around.
Yes, and you can tell that this skyscraper is going to slam into another in about 5 seconds.
Oh.
5 seconds.
Yeah,
That's
it's going
us.
fast.
Hold on.
We have no choice. I guess we're gonna take the jetpack and we're gonna. bolt
Tavina
out
would
it.
strap the jetpack to you, and then would fucking say, "Let's fuck it." She'd smack your ass and
Oh,
say, "Let's
Christ.
fucking go."
We're dashing out of there then.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead and roll me a dex save.
Oh, right.
Both of us.
Both of you.
What if Tavina's on top of me? Still?
That'd probably be bad because that's where the jetpack is.
Yeah.
I mean, we're both gonna have to. Oh.
No, Tavina is riding on your
thinking
shoulders, fist out.
Yeah, you're carrying both of us.
Oh boy. Oh Christ. Where's my dex?
Alright.
I'm
It's
trying
the
to
one that
It's
says
your
not
moment
in
of
this-
glory.
Oh, this is freaking me out. Alright, so this is 1d20 plus dex modifier.
Yep.
And then I don't have a saving throw for that. That's hopefully a good enough number.
Yeah. So,
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yes!
Oh,
my
baby.
God.
Oh my god.
so you guys go running. You see that on this side where the penthouse is, or the office suite is, you see that the building's coming over to another building on the other side of the street, and you say, "Fuck it, we're gonna run," and you go running towards the window. Jump just enough to cross to the other side into a sort of office space on the other side, as the building comes
Oh.
crashing against the building above where the building collided to come crashing down. You have about another minute or two before this building goes as well.
But I assume we're at a lower level though?
Yes.
Okay. Around how much lower are we now?
You're about 20 stories down now.
That's still like 30 stories. Alright.
That's still leg breaking heights.
Yeah, but I mean, we have a jetpack at least, so. I mean, we don't really have a choice. We just kind of have to keep running, huh?
Yep, we say as we.
Oh, crud.
I
Yeah.
imagine with that crit, I am standing on your shoulder, bird.
God damn it.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, we're running.
You continue running, and you run and you run and run. You feel the building kind of jerk left and then right as you start to see the area with the walls around you begin to crack. You show cracks and whatnot as it seems to start to give way. It looks like in the next like 30 seconds, the building just might do a free fall.
I'd say we've burnt a bridge here today, Rathy, and as exciting as this is, I think we might end up regretting it just a little bit in the future, but it's fine. Fuck these guys.
You're not giving up just yet.
Go ahead and roll me another deck save.
Oh, crud, I hate these saves right now. They're making me panic. Ah,
Oh no. Oh yeah!
Right?
the hell?
With Phil's
Yes.
deck save, he's able to pull you just enough away from the building as the building does in fact free fall. As the other building does come crashing down as well, kind of coming like rectangle flat side onto the street below.
Oh,
As the two of you been sprinting as fast as you fucking can down the street. As people are scattering, there's screaming, there's explosions, there's sounds of concrete explosions. It is absolute pandemonium as you guys go running through the building dust.
oh my god. Alright, so how much slower did we get that time?
You're at street level. You're running at this point. You're
Oh, okay, yeah.
Full on-
We're
We're going home. We're
we're
going.
going home.
you're in a full-on sprint home. With
I do
Valar on
I
your
do a flip
shoulder.
off your shoulder, and then I just fucking book it along.
Oh my god, yeah, we're bolting out of there.
You also have the Valar on your shoulder.
Yeah, I know,
Yep.
but that's on my shoulder. I'm the one carrying it. It's okay.
Shit, you should have just left him. You were gonna kill him anyway.
No. We still need him.
Oh my god. Crud. So what happens now?
I was about to get to that. So after about maybe 15 minutes of just pure running, you guys eventually make it home. Where you go busting through the door, and you have all this building dust all over you. You have some scars from the crashed windows. You have building dust all over you. You just look like shit. And Kyria, you see these two people. You see these two come. Oh, well, you're not there anyway. But someone's actually home.
Oh
Actually,
shit.
someone's actually there. Irvoth.
Ho!
What the hell?
He's just you come busting through the door, and he's actually just kind of pacing to and fro around. You also see the two individuals as well. As you come busting through, you're just heaving, and he's just like,
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I haven't run that fast since fucking track in high school. Holy shit.
Oh my god. I don't even know what to do.
Oh,
yeah,
hey, what's up? What's up, Bob?
yeah. Your boss looks over to you, and he's like,
Did he say something? Because we didn't hear that.
What is he?
Yeah.
he said, "What the hell happened to you?"
We'll talk about it later. What the hell are you
Funny
doing here?
story. But first, and she says
That
she,
party brought
like,
the roof down.
Yeah, she grabs at this what are they called again? The
Balar.
Balar. She grabs the Balar off his shoulder, and she says, "That is quite an exciting story, let me tell you. But first, I got some more words to go through with this asshole once he decides to get up from his more than likely 7-year coma that our boy just put him in." And she takes him to the kitchen for a chair and just fucking cuffs him and ties every bit of him to a chair.
Yeah, and you see that the two individuals on the CCTV camera that we saw before are actually sitting on the couch just quietly watching this.
Yeah, but we don't know who they are yet.
You don't know who they are. They're just two random people who look way out of place here.
Wait, the
Alright, then,
hospital is further than 10 miles away from the house?
They came back.
100 what?
Apparently.
Apparently
They came back.
They came back, okay. Oh wow, that was fast.
Yeah, she'd say, as she's tying him up, and she'd look over to these two weirdos, she'd say, "So can I get you guys a drink or a joint or what?"
Nothing. No drink is fine. No, the drink will be fine. But I have one thing to tell you two. Do you perhaps know where the...
Oh,
The what?
no, Wendy.
the what?
You perhaps know where the Volna is?
She is on a fucking adrenaline high right now.
Same.
So, looking at these two, this one weirdo with his mask and chainsaw, looking like he straight up just came out of Dead Man Wonderland over here.
Actually, do they have? Does she have does one of the person have the chainsaw? Currently?
Not with her at the moment.
Okay. So no chainsaws.
But she does have blood on
this
her maid.
maid.
She has what?
She does have blood on her maid, uniform.
Okay, blood on a uniform.
Well, you guys know where I went.
Yeah, and then she would look over to Vothi and then say, "See some new friends? Did you go to some kind of anime convention or something?"
I wouldn't. He's like, I wouldn't say it like that. But they are friends, and you start to see him smile. It's wider and wider.
All right, calm down, Nosferatu. It's
You're looking mighty happy there.
As the face turns into a mask. Same mask that the little weirdo on the in the couch is wearing, and suddenly there's a replica, there's a copy of the jester looking fella.
so he turns his face into a mask.
Yeah, his face kind of just grows out to form a mask, and it's a copy of the jester.
But it's
Oh,
straight
man.
off, just with the gesture.
No. It's no. It's not.
There's two of them.
Two of them.
Oh no.
It looks like, upon close inspection, that was clearly an illusion.
So your bot is not there.
No.
Okay, yeah, and she'd say, ah, okay, uh, well, you already know about it, so there's no point in lying. She'd shrug and she'd go, I don't know, I've had a big day right now. I can't remember a lot at the moment, other than I need some info out of this asshole, and I just caused a lot of property damage that hopefully will not get tied back to me in any way.
I thought it was quite an force. Honestly, I didn't expect you to have that kind of destructive capability.
Well, I mean, I didn't really expect the building to fall, considering all we did was just. And then she thinks back as she thinks on it. And then she thinks about telling him to break the desk.
Oh no!
You hit
No!
Yeah,
That-
go ahead and roll me wisdom.
Yeah.
Roll me wisdom.
Okay.
Roll me wisdom.
Alright.
Oh no. So maybe my idea would have caused about the same amount of damage anyway. Oh, no.
Yeah,
something.
it starts to dawn on you that when you said break the desk, you realize that there was a self-destruct button on the desk.
Oh, so my idea might have actually worked, but my stupid ass wasn't able to see the thing.
It controlled the entire foundation of the building.
That's just bad. That's just a bad idea.
And it was just made out of wood! You didn't even make your desk out of metal, you idiot! You made a wooden desk that kept the foundation of an entire 50-story building! You fucking idiot!
We'll certainly get to him when he wakes up. Right? We have these to deal with.
She would think on this, and then that would dawn on her, and she'd think that, and then she would smack the fuck out of the robot.
Alright, at this point, I'd hold Tavina back. Like, look, we'll get some answers, but now we have this.
Yeah,
I
they
just-
focus.
I can't let this stupidity stand.
The
What
two
if he
people
moved the
actually
desk and just like shorted out the wires?
So yeah, the two people are actually getting up to leave because they're looking for a Volna and the Volna isn't here, so they're just gonna get up.
Hey,
and
hold
leave.
up, wait. We're not done talking to you yet. I don't know what you are or who you are.
They call me
Well,
Jack.
both questions are.
Wait, we can't hear if you talk over him. What do you say?
Blah, blah, blah. Shush. And he bows solemnly. He's just like, my name is Jaquel. My dear, is my lovely assistant, Severa Lovelace. We shall be taking our leave because apparently our friend isn't here. We're just gonna take our leave and leave you to whatever that is.
Wait, where?
And
Even if that was a hologram, you know where Irvoth is. Where is he? Where what's going on?
oh, I'm afraid I can't say that. Toodaloo! And he just leaves.
And then Ty left.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. And then she thinks
out.
about it. Oh, so they just leave.
They just leave.
Were they looking?
Yeah,
for
and she thinks
Kira?
about. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Were they looking for Kira?
Yeah, that's the only Vona we know.
Heh.
That's not a good thing.
I think that's a good thing. I like Stranger Danger.
No. Yes. It's
Oh,
that
God.
you couldn't handle a big puppy dog man in another bar in another planet.
Hey! Doesn't mean I can't handle a fucking jester who has daddy
That
elf.
That we
Who's
now
that?
Man, you know what?
learn- that we now learn has illusion magic.
You know I would have totally followed this guy, right?
Well, yeah, I'm sure. Actually, as he walks out the door, I want to do this thing just for the scene. She would like kind of fight her way off of fucking Rathy holding her back, and she'd run to the door to open it. Is he
Alright.
gone?
He's gone.
Of course.
Of course he's gone.
Of course. And then she'd slam the door. And she'd go, "What the fuck is this day?"
Telling me. Oh boy.
Alright. And then she'd like
Meanwhile,
smack your ass and she'd say, "That was some damn good flying."
yeah. Meanwhile, we transition over to what Kyria and Queen are doing, and you guys are heading over to assist with whatever happened with
I'd be
Rathalos and Davina.
I first I don't know if I'd gone to assist, but on my way I learned of the news of the crumbled building, and I'd figure that
You'd probably feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many people would feel that a 50
I
story
would.
building.
The thing is, before going to the 50-story building, before all of that shit with you guys happened, because you took a while with this dude, I would have made my way out of the hospital, and I would be like, kind of feeling defeated, whatever. And I decided to stop by, change my mindset and just stop by a shop and get something like armor rifle,
Yeah, while you're at the shop, you feel the ground shake.
Hell yeah! I'm gonna finish buying my armor first. Fuck these guys, they can wait.
Thanks. We're okay. Don't worry about us.
What can I get that's medium armor? Better than the military jacket.
Better than military jacket?
have to look
Nano
at the
weave
list.
suit.
Huh?
Nano
Nah,
weave
fuck
suit.
our friends.
Oh my god, you guys. What?
A medium trooper or nano weave suit, and you probably wouldn't be able to get a nano weave suit.
So do they have this medium trooper you're talking about?
Yes.
But
Can we
They
keep
both have
interruptions
disadvantage.
down to a minimum, please? To a minimum.
It's medium. It's what's the name again?
It's a medium trooper.
A medium trooper, and what kind of bonus does it give me?
Gives you a 14 to your AC.
A 14.
Plus 2 max dex bonus.
Okay.
the medium armor.
Medium.
But I did want to say these two armors that Wef mentioned have disadvantage on stealth.
What? No, not medium.
No,
Yes, they
they
do.
are medium and they have disadvantage.
Yep,
What?
they have disadvantage on stealth.
For me, it says no.
Where are you looking at?
I looked at my sheet.
Oh, your military jacket doesn't. The medium trooper and the nano weave suit have disadvantage on stealth. They're also heavier. Like, medium trooper is 12 pounds, nano weave is 14 pounds.
Well, let's just leave it at that for now. Not get it for now, and just check at if they have any better rifles, like any Lorendi shit, whatever.
No?
No, not better rifle. Fuck them all.
No.
I'm gonna make my way back after hearing the trembling. Can we see the building collapse in the distance?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Can I see Ratty and Tavina
Too
jump
far.
out the window? Ah, that'd be
Look.
nice.
Then- Oh man.
So I guess I'm just like gonna be like, that looks like the building we were supposed to go to, and I just look at Queen.
Well, I guess we don't have to go there now. Shall we head back?
Yeah, let's go back.
Thank
I
you.
had a bad day today. I just want to rest. They'll figure it out.
Yep.
You get home, you eventually get back to the house, and you see that there is a fucking dust-speckled Tavina and a dust-speckled Rathalos with a Balar chained and roped to a chair in the kitchen.
I look
What
at
I'm doing at this
I kinda-
point. I'm sorry.
I kind of look at the room as I enter and I see the scene and I'm like, oh, they figured it out.
What I am doing at this point is I've got a toolkit. I've got a nice little toolkit, and I am busy trying to take pieces of this Belair apart.
Don't do that.
I just what it more comes down to is me just looking at it with my wrench,
Yeah.
looking at him, looking at one of his arms with his wrench, and
Yeah.
then just going, like just kind of
Yeah,
smacking the arm with it and going,
Queen will run up. Don't do that. You will kill us all.
ah, right, Belair. Okay, yeah, she throws the wrench away and she goes, all right, so, what's up, fellas? How's your day been so far?
I
You
take out the picture that Queen gave me of the two individuals and I show it to Ina and I say, these guys took Yearbot.
Oh, those cosplayers that showed up here.
What?
Yeah, they were here when we got here with our new friend.
From what Queen told me, that maid's got mad chainsaw skills, so
Well, they didn't seem to want to fight more so than just ask about where you were.
and why would that be?
Yeah, she just shrugs. She just gives like the fucking most cartoonish shrug, like fuck if I know. I could just collapse we just collapsed two fucking several story buildings.
So, assuming that these dudes are back, they either have a base someplace close to the planet or they're very far away in hiding. Since I couldn't find Yerbot in the 12-mile radius.
Oh, and they were holograms. So,
I didn't think of that.
What?
you thought he had shape-shifting magic.
They had holograms.
But yeah, I mean I wouldn't expect. I mean, it was a smart play. Like, of course, they're not just gonna show up in person. But at the same time, if this maid has, and she does air quotes, mad chainsaw skills, as you say she does. I mean, she looked pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, probably wouldn't feel in that much danger considering our state too. But yeah, they showed up. They asked about where you were. I said, fuck if I know, because, boy, there's a lot of excitement. And, yeah, now, I'm just waiting for this guy to wake up after, our boy Wrath here, and she smacks his ass again. Fucking beamed him.
You hear?
Aching. Everything.
Look who showed up to the party!
Do you need medical assistance?
He's
I
fine.
need no medical assistance. I'm a fucking son.
Mm.
This
Maybe
son's a
we
little
remove his
dim.
limbs.
Face place fixed.
Oh, does that hurt? That's a damn shame, that. She's kind of like get on his level, like lean down a little bit at the, like near the chair with her gun out, and she'd say, "Man, that's a damn shame, isn't it?"
Oh my god, that's a lot of stuff you have.
Yes. I made a list.
So, I'm gonna ask again, and this time, if you actually don't tell me what I want, we're gonna start having some fun poking around in that little body of yours. And believe me, you're not gonna want me to start to start going mechanic on your ass.
Don't worry, I
Right.
am very proficient at it.
Right, all right.
Queen whips out all of her tools on her different tentacles.
What do you want? All right.
First off, just from me. Well, actually, no. You already told me that. Never mind. Yeah, so she'd say, first off, I'm going to need the names of your informants. And second, I'm also going to need all of the information on this fucking crucible that we tried to get sensibly, without all this violence and severe property destruction.
I'd put my hand on Tavina's shoulder and I'd say, can you add this picture to the list? Like the picture of the two guys. See if this guy has any info since he seems to be pretty knowledgeable.
Yeah, she takes it and and if you know anything about this guy.
All right. Look, who's been informing me about your movements. He told me all the shit I'm gonna tell you. All right?
She would put the gun right on his faceplate and she'd go, "That's not a fucking name."
All right. His name is Jakil. I'm shadow of the organization. I don't know what he's a part of, but all I know is that watch when you put that. Look. All I know is that he's a part of a shadow organization, and that's it.
Hey,
About where he came from.
Isn't Jekyll
It's the same guy.
on the picture?
So your informant was Shaquille.
Yeah.
Did he also tell you the location of this of the
Yeah. He did. He told me that the location of the crucible is within the Weimar system. Not far. I think about maybe a 1,000 or so light years.
Right. Okay. What was it called one more time?
Weimar.
Weimar. Yeah, and she'd jot that down. She'd like have a pen and paper next to like on the table next to her, and she'd jot that down. Location of drive, and she'd go, all right. See? And she like leans down, she goes, see what happens when you actually cooperate for once instead of be a huge fucking metal dildo about everything?
Look. I didn't want to tell you any of this because if I was going to tell any of this, he was going to kill me. All right.
What the fuck do you think I'm gonna do?
You dead.
I come
I want you
forward.
out of the picture.
I come forward and just put my hand on Tavina's shoulder and lean down towards this dude and I say, how did you contact this Jekyll? I take my gun out.
He came to me. I didn't contact him. He contacted me.
How?
He knew I was a part of the business. He knew I was funding them, and so he was gonna use. I don't know what he did, but
How
somehow
did he
he found me.
contact you?
I don't know. He just showed up one day.
Is there an area where you guys would usually meet at? Do you have another meeting
Up in my
planned with
office.
him?
He just shows up in my office and tells me what to do.
I lean back and put my gun back where it was. Useless piece of trash.
All right. And she would turn around. Not before making it seem like an accidental shot. Not before like taking the gun away but slightly to the left of his head, like just missing, and pulling the trigger.
And here comes security.
Watch it, bitch.
Oh, sorry. Butterfingers. All this dust gets in the way. But anyway. Well, we got a name, fellas. We know where to go and we know where the drive is. That's a start. So, and she puts the gun away. She holsters it, and she goes, "So, I guess that just leaves what to do with your metal ass."
You know, I could always use a new body and spare parts.
Hmm.
You should turn him into your boss. Yes?
Thinking about it. Okay. What's this guy's. Did he have his name on his desk? What's this guy's name? Or was he did he never give a name?
He never gave a name.
Yeah, she'd say, "This whole time you've had me at a disadvantage. What's your name?"
Everyone calls me RJ.
RJ. So you've been funding this little resistance. That means you've got a lot of coffers on your disposal right now.
What of it?
Well, I remember a certain someone telling me they'd help me in exchange for Sorium. How's about we shake that deal up a little bit instead? How's about you give me access to all of your resources, and I don't kill you right now?
How about you piss off?
All right, and she shoots him in the leg.
Yeah, bullet penetrates this exoskeleton and breaks open. You start to hear a hissing sound.
Queen will go over and open the window.
Yeah, it starts to get a little hot in here.
And I gesture towards the window.
Just
All right.
close the window.
Well, I can also just give you over to our resident thoughtbot over here, and she can make some use of you at least, or I can turn you into some people I know who would probably, I imagine, do a hell of a lot worse than anything I could think of right now.
I
Gladly
thought you
take
were
that
calling
over
me
talking
queen
with your
again.
piss ass.
Okay, one at a time.
Sorry. Queen just looks at you with a hurt face.
She would she would look over and say, "Look, I'm sorry, adrenaline, long day." But what did he say?
Look, give my own fucking metaphysical body over to you fuckers, but I'm not sharing an ounce of my cubal with the likes of you.
Where's his account? Hack it.
Alright, I want to step in, make a hefty intimidation check.
All right.
First I start by grabbing him by the neck,
Right.
even though he's tied down. What is he tied down to again?
It's just a chair.
Alright, we're lifting that chair and the body,
Okay.
Hanging
grabbing
him
him
out
by
the
the neck,
window.
and I am going to do an intimidation check. Wait, I got this. Intimidation. Charisma. Efficiency. Not as great as I wanted.
Oh, well, there you go.
Better than what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's scared, but you can definitely tell that he is in a sort of like a fight mode. So you start to see his body. You start to see the inside of his container begin to light up and get lighter and brighter, and the hissing sound more and more unbearable.
Alright, so
I
Uh,
gesture
because of
towards the
the
window again.
that's because of the opening, right?
Yes,
So let's say I heal him. That should seal off.
not necessarily. No.
Not necessary.
What is he doing? Is he trying to blow up?
Oh, he's probably gonna self-destruct.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Savina would look over to Queen and she'd say, you know a hell of a lot more about Belair than I do. You think you can maybe temporarily shut down whatever explosive measures this guy's got?
Maybe, but not before we all die.
How close does he look to exploding?
The next 15 seconds.
Nope.
Can you
I'm
do
out.
it?
Yes,
Can you-
no problem. I throw him out the window.
Yeah, you take him and you toss him out the window.
How high is this
All of
building?
you-
I don't imagine it's that high off the ground. It's like
No,
2
it's about,
stories.
Yeah, 2 to 3 stories high.
Yeah, so it's gonna just fucking explode next to the building.
How about we get out of here?
Okay, but here's the problem. While I may be able to do it, we have used several natural 20s in a row.
I did.
Exactly. I would get maybe 2 shots. Wait, 15 seconds? Yeah, I'd get 2 good shots. What if I fucked up?
I mean, how big would a Belair explosion be? Is there any
He's a walking
It's a sun.
sun.
It's a sun, so is that planet explosion?
Well, no, see, he's not
That
exploding.
can't
The
be
Blair, the Blair don't explode. His exosuit is exploding. The Blair will
Right.
die outside of his exosuit.
So it's basically like a grenade going off, is what you're telling me.
A very big one.
I would estimate, depending on how much C4 this asshole packed into himself.
Human-sized grenade.
Human-sized grenade.
That's
Let's get out of here. That's my answer.
That's a
So
big
do you want
bomb.
me to do the computer check, or do you want to hurl him out the window?
You say you got 2 shots. Take 1. If you fail, then I will lament.
I cast guidance on myself.
I'm still holding him by the neck, by the way.
Oh my god, guidance, and then what? Computers?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man. Okay, let's
I'm
Let's
making
get
my
this.
way out. I'm making my way out of the building.
guidance.
Wait,
Good
okay.
one.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Why did that do 2?
Well, we're taking the
Let's
first
just-
one anyways.
Yeah.
That
Be
won't be
15.
enough, sir.
Is that high enough or no?
No.
I'm out of the building by now.
So 15's not high enough. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, so she'd see that you you don't manage to shut it down, and then she'd say to Rathy, "All right, fucking baseball hurl that motherfucker somewhere where it's not going to blow something important up."
Okay.
Put the jetpack on it.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. She goes, "Fucking genius, Queen," and she smacks your ass.
Put the jetpack on it.
Yeah, she straps the jetpack to him and then says, "Happy flying, asshole!" Out the window up into the sky.
All right. Who's the one who puts who's the one who aims him out the window?
I will be, of course, the stronger.
Roll me a d20.
Wait. Can I do a
Oh.
loading arm? Can I do loading arm? To give me my grapple and
It's a
stuff
6
like that?
second.
A category large.
No, because
No?
this
Okay.
is dependent on where the rocket of the jetpack goes, not how far you go. It depends on where it goes rather than how far it goes.
Oh, because I meant like to do loading arm to throw him farther.
Yeah, no, it's like I'm not saying how far he goes. He's gonna go far.
aiming
I'm
it.
saying where he's gonna go. That's why I'm having you roll.
Yeah, this is like, could it be
Okay.
anywhere?
Okay,
You don't need
so
the pop bottle blasting back towards you.
What am I rolling?
Just a straight d20.
Just a D20, no advantage at all. Okay.
Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up.
Look, I
No
can't
advantage.
control
Guidance!
this.
Guidance!
That is slightly above average. Mm.
I yelled guidance.
Nope.
Nope.
No guidance.
So what ends up happening is that you chuck him out the window. The jetpack activates, off into the right down the street,
I don't like this game
and
anymore.
crashes into an intersection, blowing up the intersection.
I think we need to stop playing this game.
Cars and people go flying. You hear screaming and chaos.
Yeah, you see us all look out the window as this happens, and then all of a sudden, bump, bump, bump,
I don't think I want to play this game anymore.
I just like I was outside and I just see you go to the street and I was like, shit.
Oh fuck!
Should we go help?
No. I think it's important that we are as far away from what just happened as possible.
Yes, there seems to be lots of terrorist attacks lately.
I see the corner of the street blow up. I can't figure out what happened. I run back and I'm like, we should probably make our way to the ship.
You know what? That's genius too. And she smacks your ass too, and she says, "Let's go."
There's a lot of sexual harassment in this party.
Yeah, you guys make you power walk to the
Yeah, just a strong power.
I want to do things. I want to do things on our way.
I don't think you have time for that.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yes, as we're walking by any unguarded Wi-Fi signal, TVs,
No.
whatever,
No.
I'll say, "Are you tired of terrorist attacks?
No.
Wouldn't it be great if we
No.
were all
No.
loving
How
and
about-
peace?"
How
How
about I
about-
grab him and
Yes.
haul him out of there?
Yes.
It would all stop you
Yes.
from doing.
Yes.
You would need to spend some time to do that, and you don't have the time.
We're power walking. I'm just admitting Bluetooth signals.
Doesn't matter.
No.
That's worse. That's actually worse.
Yes.
You guys are no fun.
Dog, we just did a lot of fun things here, and now we're leaving the fun zone. The fun zone is gone.
Oh yeah.
Wait, wait.
No.
No.
Yes!
What? No.
No.
We're all arguing against you.
No.
But guys,
Nobody here.
what
There's no
if-
conversation here. There's no conversation here. We are pushing you out.
Yes.
Nobody is letting you.
The Machina demands.
Nope. You
Afraid
cannot
not.
convert me to your religion. That
What
would
was
be
that
pretty
fucking
damn
20
hard.
with that computer's check?
Seriously. What the hell?
Fine. Ruin my fun.
Okay,
Exactly.
show us this shit.
Shut up.
What the fuck was that?
The Machina commands it.
Oh.
We'll see what happens later. For now, you're making your way to the shuttle bay, and you shuttle off to the orbital platform, where you're then greeted with the ship, and immediately begin decoupling procedures and piecing the fuck out of there shortly after.
I want to
Queen is
just.
looking very upset with her arms crossed.
Oh. Boo hoo.
Boo hoo. Go have sex with the fucking ship again. Whatever.
We were interfacing.
Anyway,
Same shit.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
yeah, as you're leaving,
Yeah.
as
And
you're
Kirya,
leaving-
you have no room. Sorry.
as you are leaving, to get the newscast of several destructive events having been linked to the resistance.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
No.
This is none of this
The
is good.
building, the 9/11's building destruction, and also a intersection explosion have all been directly attributed to the resistance.
Okay. So yeah, we just 9/11'd. I just now we 9/11'd this place.
Surprised you didn't realize
They
early.
wouldn't have linked it to us if you would have just let me broadcast.
They
but-
didn't. Nothing is linked to us.
Nothing.
It's the resistance, not us. They don't know anything about us.
Exactly. I could have blamed whoever I wanted.
No, you would have put the blame on you.
Can we get as far away from here as possible?
Yep, we're going to Weimar. To Weimar ship.
Putting in destination.
How long is this ride gonna take us?
Hey, on our power walk out of there, do I see that one Lorendi chick, that soldier chick?
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's actually patrolling the shuttle bay when you leave.
Okay. She doesn't do anything. She doesn't stop us. Nothing happens there, right?
Oh, shit.
She gives you a look but doesn't pay you much mind.
Okay. Tavina would give like a call me sign as she leaves,
Uh-huh.
and then we go.
Cool. So distance-wise, is this enough for several long rests?
What was it, 1,000 light years?
2,000 light years.
Oh,
2006.
How long is it gonna take us?
2006.
Ow, ow, ow.
Okay. It's gonna take you.
That was 13 years ago.
It's gonna take you 2 weeks.
Oh, that's not
Oh, no,
bad.
At least we'll get paid during it.
It actually took longer to get here than it's gonna get in there.
Yeah. Which direction is the planet at? Also, we're still making our way towards our main destination. That's cool.
So the point of this spot is specifically for the potentially deadly weapon we were trying to search for.
That's not where the weapon is, from what I know. It's next to Soul.
I didn't remember if
Weapons in the Soul System. This particular location is here for the Crucible.
the Crucible. Okay. Yeah, I didn't catch that because it kind of cut off.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! You know what we could have done.
Mm-hmm.
Too late now.
You know, she would look over at Kyria and she'd say, "It's a good call on the exit. Probably, in all honesty, would have been actually a lot safer." Actually, no. No, that was an explosion big enough to take out a fucking freeway. It would have incinerated that whole housing complex.
Uh-huh.
So people were gonna get hurt.
So we get to that is that a planet?
Yeah, it's 2 weeks. So what are you guys doing in those 2 weeks?
Dying on the inside.
Oh no.
A lot of people died.
Yeah.
A lot of people died.
Last rites, praying to the great Machina,
Let's see,
collecting
let me-
blood samples.
Kira is very
what-
mind focused on the Yerevad and her revenge, so
So,
she feels bad for them, but not really.
for you guys in particular, the last thing you hear of the newscast is the death toll.
Oh.
And it is the
Okay.
death toll by the time you guys left and the time you guys jumped is 3,062.
Yeah, that's a number.
Tavina, you caused a lot of deaths.
Okay, she'd kind of look over and she'd be like, okay, to be fair, I did not know that moron would make his wooden desk the entire foundation of a building if it were to be even broken a little bit. So that I put that I'd say a solid 70-30. 70 him, 30 me.
Oh, I'd say that's
I'd say
pretty
it's his
stupid
fault.
on his part.
That's really dumb. That was the dumbest. That was really
Let's make our consciences feel better by blaming this dead son.
That's right. Oh, and also he was responsible for that explosion. We tried to get him out of the way, but he killed those people. Not
He kind of did.
so I think yes.
Conscience clear.
That's yep. And
I
that's
wasn't there.
well, yeah, you guys are fine. You guys are perfectly fine. It's really just me and me. Rathy, all me, baby.
Ratty pressed the button.
All me. Hey,
And he blew himself up.
exactly.
And then he steered himself with the jetpack into oncoming traffic.
That's right. So all him. In fact, no 70, 100% him. All
There
those
is
deaths
one
are on his
bright
head.
light. There's one bright light we can thank from all of this. Rathy looks amazing in his new armor. Look at him,
Right?
so sparkly.
That's a beautiful armor you got there, Ratty.
And Rathy whooped ass. Good job.
I take out the helmet and I toss it to the side like harshly.
Oh,
Look, I'm not even remotely happy about what just happened. I knew we didn't really have a choice. Then I slammed the bottom of the ship.
you hear my ship moan.
Oh.
Yeah.
You not, Wrath, you seem very stressed. You can.
Oh,
I
you
suggest.
think? Just a
I
little bit
suggest-
stressed, huh?
I suggest you can come and meditate with me, or one of your fine female companions, to assist you in the biological stress relief.
I kind of look at the queen and I'm like, the fuck you just say, mate?
Jesus Christ.
In my medical expertise, I have seen many biologicals get less stressed and more relaxed by engaging in certain activities.
I need
Yeah,
to
and I've
understand when Kira's gonna start feeling it.
Yeah, see, you can't get her pregnant, so.
Yeah, and I've seen a Matokai cock, and that thing would fucking destroy either of us. So no, thank you.
No, thank you. Indeed. Hey, Kira is 5 foot tall, by the way.
Don't worry, I'll heal you.
5 foot tall.
No healing is going to recover from the massacre that a Matokai dick can inflict.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Look, that's not the point, okay? We had a mission, a
it's
lot of
good.
things went wrong.
It's gonna be 6
I'm not
weeks
happy.
now, noticeable at 10 weeks. When does she start getting sick?
Now. Right now.
Bitch. Nigga.
Yeah. Tavina would go over to you and she would, she'd put her arm around, I imagine, your midsection with how fucking massive you are. And she'd say, okay, look, all that aside, all of that business, I mean, I know it hurts you especially out of all of us here, and I'm really, really sorry for that, for all of that just happened. And I know words are gonna make you feel better. Not with what we just saw there, but that very high number, but I just want you to know that we, all of us, we actually are. We're here for you, man. I know that's not much. That's not much solace to take in, but it's all we've got. Is each other at this point.
All those lives lost. They didn't even get a chance. It's not
All the
fair.
more reason. All the more reason to end this war. Otherwise, more will be lost.
Neither of us wanted to do that, Rathy. You know that.
I know.
If he had,
But it makes me think if we weren't there, all this madness wouldn't have happened.
well, from the sound of things, this guy was a fucking idiot as well as an asshole, and he was willing to let the entire species die in the war, let the entire resistance be killed for nothing. So the lives that were lost today, it's a fucking tragedy, and I'm really sorry, but the lives that would have been lost had he stayed in charge over there, I really hesitate. That terrifies me.
I just fall back onto my back, like onto the floor, just stare up at the ceiling. What a life we live.
Yeah.
If we'll ever know true peace, just like
Breathless. Go ahead and roll me intelligence. Again.
That's 1d20 plus intelligence modifier.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm at a disadvantage.
Oh no.
Holy crud!
Oh
That's
no.
Unfortunately, my man,
Alright, I'll go down.
chaotic good.
Chaotic?
Chaotic good.
We really played with his alignment, yo.
Esper, what was your alignment?
Uh,
Not you, Westford, my bad. Tavina,
Yeah.
what was your alignment?
Oh fuck, let me see. I think it was chaotic good, honestly. Yeah, it's chaotic good.
And there's no need for you to change. This is you're deeper entrenched in the chaotic alignment. That's all I can say.
Yeah. She just thinks back to all the other incidents. Fuck me.
Tide.
And then she said, yeah.
Yeah. Tide.
Yes, sir.
One last thing before you leave the system and you jump off into space. You catch
Oh,
a glimpse. A news article that was a news like a news anchor is talking about a mysterious video being spread around the planet.
yes.
Officials aren't sure how this happened or why it happened, but it's more or less similar to that whole thing with the creepy white guy with the sunglasses and the blonde hair. You know that? What was his name?
From a movie?
Oh, it's like something happened. Like someone hijacked a news anchor or something like that. Like a news thing, and it was just like this weird dude who was just sitting there, rocking back and forth with sunglasses and blonde hair.
They live.
Okay.
Well, let me see. I'm trying to figure that out. Mag's Headroom. That's what it was.
What
Mm.
about him?
It's essentially what happened. It's another Max Headroom. In the middle of the newscast about the whole 9/11 thing, you have this whole situation where not Tavina's, but Queen's whole kind of message, her whole thing that she played during the whole thing during Bastion, the incident with Bastion. Same thing applies here, but in a Max Headroom style, where it just breaks the newscast and it's just being played on several monitors and several TVs across the planet.
Oh shit! In 2 weeks?
Jesus
Holy shit!
Christ.
Even Queen's eyes will pop open.
And so now there's this mysterious video that played during the newscast when the whole buildings came down.
Interesting.
No one knows how it happened. No one knows why it happened, but it happened, and no one knows what to make of it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Uh, I didn't do that.
Yeah, 2 weeks later. This is 5 weeks into your term, by the way.
No, 6. We took 4 weeks and you added 2 weeks.
Oh, my bad. 6. My bad. All right. But yeah, 6 weeks in and 2 weeks for everyone else. But you get there and you see that there is, in fact, a fleet in the system, a Lorendi fleet, a Lorendi battle fleet in system. You tell that there's a planet. The planet is greenish in color, and there's about 2 other celestial bodies, a grass giant and just an icy rock world. But you definitely notice that the green planet has a sort of metallic moon, and that metallic moon happens to be a crucible, which is being orbited by a battle fleet.
Goddamn Lorendi.
Okay. Are they Imperium?
Yes.
That's good. That's great. Oh. Okay. So we show up and we just see this big old fleet?
Yeah. They haven't noticed you yet because you're just a small, dinky yacht.
Right. How's the cloaking systems on this ship?
Not the greatest.
I didn't think so. I didn't really pull for that in the design.
You weren't about stealth. You were just about bombasticness.
Yeah.
Bombacity.
Okay. So this is they're surrounding the planet.
They're surrounding the crucible, which is orbiting the planet.
Okay. So we have eyes on the crucible.
Yes. You can see that it is currently active. With you can see that there are kind of bluish orange lines treading across the surface, and you can tell that the shape is definitely pyramidal.
All right. Yeah, she'd say fuck. What was the name I gave to my ship? Was it Vicky?
Probably.
Yeah. She'd say, Vicky, why don't you pull up the? Can you pull up a like an orbital like planetary map of the planet?
Certainly. And she pulls up a map of the planet. Tell that with her sensors and that with a general kind of scan of the landscape, it is entirely a jungle planet.
All right, change of scenery. So she looks around the map and she sees the biggest concentration of them around the crucible, and she'd say, "From the scans, how wide of a swath would you say the Lorendi have as far as proximity of the entire planet and then leading up to the crucible itself?"
22%.
32 or 22?
72.
72. Okay.
The battle fleet is currently at 50% power. It seems as though half their forces have been delegated to the Crucible.
Okay.
Which is currently active.
What's the least occupied location on this planet where these Lorendi would be?
According to my senses, probably that is northeastern hemisphere. However, very many Lorendi on the planet. It seems like the Lorendi are hard fast, focused on the Crucible.
So the actual numbers on the planet itself, like on all sections of the planet itself, aren't really that bad. It's just heavily concentrated at the crucible itself.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I mean, you do realize that she kind of pointed out a few installations here and there on the planet are shoddily made. You know, they were there just to be there. You know, like FOB. But pretty much every Lorendi that's being used right now is being used at the Crucible.
Okay. Yeah, she'd turn to the crew and she'd say, "All right, so we make our way down as close as we can get, and then try to make our way in from there. We don't really have a lot of choice." Are you guys ready to do this?
We're going to the planet.
Well, we gotta stop it.
Go to the Crucible. Going to the Crucible.
I mean, why not? What the fuck, alarm?
Tell the alarm to chill.
Oh, until I cross the ball.
Alright, I'm ready.
Yes, we're going to the crucible.
I am ready to follow you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you angle your trajectory into the Crucible, to the Crucible. You prepare the potential in case the Lorendi do happen to find you. Go ahead and the one who has the highest computer, go ahead and roll me computers.
Who else would that be? I wonder.
I have.
Whoever has the highest
who-
computer.
Does anybody else have a computer? I have +2.
I have -1.
Minus.
+1.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay.
So clearly the machine is gonna handle the machines.
That's racist. Wait. You're a biologic.
You're a biologic. Yeah. So for the most part, you are their sensors.
Nice.
You do not have any problems going up to the Crucible. However, if you do get anywhere near their ships, they will definitely fire upon you. So, now, and One with the highest int. Intelligence check.
So, Queen or Tavina?
I have a 0.
Oh, I got a +1.
So, Queen or Tavina?
Yeah, what do you got, Kyria? You got intelligence?
Minus.
Okay, then. All right.
No wonder we keep fucking up. Everybody's here is a dumbass.
Yeah, we're not smart people.
I just look. I mean,
Even the healer isn't skilled in intelligence. Can you believe that?
It's a wisdom skill. The healer is a wisdom skill.
Whoopsie daisies.
Whoopsie.
so just roll an int.
Yeah, D20 plus your int modifier.
Okay. 14.
14. So yeah, you're able to navigate the ships without getting too close to the ships, and you find yourself landing at one of the many in the Crucible, which is a giant floating pyramid, by the way,
That's pretty cool.
or more like a giant floating pyramidal diamond-ish, because it's like when two pyramids stick together at the bottom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that. And you kind of flow on in and inside in one of the many holes. It's about the size of your yacht, and you kind of, so to speak, like your ship just stops moving. It's a bit of like a weird sort of bluish substance, like a not substance, but more like an energy, a bluish energy keeping your ship in place. And suddenly there's like a platform that extends out from the wall, all the way to your little kind of airlock. There's a platform that extends out, and you can see that there's a door on the far side of the platform opens up, revealing a corridor into the Crucible itself.
Huh.
Definitely tell that the air in here is definitely safe to breathe. You're not out in a vacuum.
Yep. She loads up, reloads, and then says, "All right, let's do it."
Before we go, may I make some slight enhancements to everyone? If there are not any complaints.
Go for
Okay. Well, first I will cast a level 2 spell, Bolster. For the next 2 hours, or correction, my fault. For the next 8 hours, everybody except for Rathalos, because he has insane health, has +5 to their max HP.
So it's +5 temporary, I guess.
Yeah, for 8 hours, everybody has no. It's not temp HP. It's real HP.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, your max H. Everybody's max HP is 5 higher than what it is normally, except for Rathalos.
Because I don't really need it.
Yeah.
Does
The second-
the current? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, does the current HP also go up?
Yes, by 5.
Okay, so you're still max HP. Cool. That's
Yep. So everybody. So Kyria, Queen, and Tavina all have 5 more HP than normal.
nice.
Okay. And I walk up to Tavina personally, like, I have something special I made for you. And you have to, as long as you stay within 60 feet of me, it will stay powered. And he pulls out something that looks like a scorpion and goes to put it on you. It's like, it will create a field and protect you and enhance your abilities. Game terms, you get +1 AC, +1 to all of your saves, and you are resistant to all damage.
Excuse me?
Oh.
How long does that last?
1 hour.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, but
Dang.
here's the catch. I can read your service emotions, and any damage you take, I take the same amount. So cut it in half, and then I take the extra amount. So if there's like an odd number, like if you take 7 damage, you'll take 3, I'll take 3.
You mean 4?
No, because the odd damage gets thrown out. It says
Oh.
you get resistance, which is half, and you take out the 3.5, and then afterwards I get the same amount of damage. So we lose that odd number in there.
Cool.
Cool. Okay. And as she goes to place the scorpion on your back, and is like, "Don't worry, you'll feel a light pinch in your brainstem."
Whoa.
Light.
A light pinch in your brainstem. Click.
That is impressive.
Ouch.
Let's go.
Yep. All right, Rathy, you lead the way.
How do you react to that?
Okay, so you put this thing on her,
Mhm.
and you should probably go. Oh fuck! Ah. Oh, that. Man, that tickles places I didn't even know were possible. Oh, that's fucking weird. I don't know if I like that. And I've done a
Don't
lot
worry.
of shit.
Don't worry, I will protect you as long as you stay within a reasonable distance. It's 60 feet.
Right.
So it's +1 AC, +1 to all your saves, and resistance to all damage.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey,
You're
quick
welcome.
Question, because I can't seem to find it.
Hmm.
Do you recover tech slots with the short rest?
No, only one class does that. Like the cyber macer,
Mancer, I think.
because it's a
Okay, so we
it's
only
a warlock.
recover all the tech
After a
slots
long
in
rest.
long rest. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because I
So
was
I
trying
just
to
use-
find it somewhere, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's good to know. Thank you.
Lead the way.
Hey.
Yeah, she actually then looks over to Rathy and says, I think the big boy should definitely be the one leading. I will direct.
Hmm. Remember, I effectively doubled your HP.
Yes, you give me +5.
Well, +5, and then because you have resistance to all damage, so that's essentially the +5 and then double it, like all of your HP, because you take half of all damage.
So yeah, basically you have.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, of course I'll lead the charge.
So you probably have as much HP as him now.
How much do you have right now?
So +5.
Yep.
And then resistance to all damage. I mean, +5 to me right now is just 17 HP.
Oh, you would have exactly the same amount I have, basically.
Oh, the exact. Oh, as you have? Well, then. Yeah, what do you have then?
34.
Well, then there you go.
Let's go, my 2 tanks.
I'm not a
Tank too,
fucking
in a
tank,
sense.
dog. Like, like,
Have
can
you
take
I'm
started
still only.
Have you started getting your good skills still?
Well, what you saw in that office was a demonstration of my good skills because
Alright.
investigator is all about talking to people.
Shit.
Yeah. Alright, but yeah, I'll lead the charge, of course.
The combat specialization skills wouldn't help me for shit because my health is so low.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm here for. Mm.
Right. And with that, we'll actually end it there.
That sounds good.
Everyone remember your buffs.
Yep.
Ah, buddy. You give us all these buffs.
I need to take an actual shower break.
I need to eat. I'm really hungry. But that was a fun session.
Thoughts,
was
concerns?
insane.
Tell me everything.
Oh no, I got crazy.
It was fun. that
Again.
was
That
that was
fun.
great.
Now I am
It was
intrigued.
awesome.
Hey,
Well,
luckily,
we've got a new. Yes?
luckily I was not in that house when you met the two dudes. Well, I mean, Jekyll and his crazy maid, because knowing Kira, she was a bit out of what do you call it? She wasn't in her usual state, you know. She would probably follow the dude.
Dang it.
Yeah, I had spells ready to
Convince
grab
you otherwise.
people. No, I had spells to grab people.
She was in her
I
right
was
state
wait-
of mind.
Well, they were holograms too, so
Well, I mean, they wanted to find me. They probably wanted to bring me somewhere.
true. But I mean, they would have only wanted you.
Uh,
Why would they want her?
that's a good question, my dude. Nobody knows I'm pregnant. Even Kira doesn't know.
Or, you know, it could be either maybe related to that, or it could also be
Maybe those two crazy motherfuckers are actually the good guys, and he asked them to look over his woman.
and I was also thinking maybe it has to do with the whole reason as to why the Bona planet, basically got genocided.
I mean, I would make a joke about how, you know, some really, really fine fellas, you know, slaughtering an entire hospital to get to him.
Yeah.
But
Oops.
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 so
I think I was
Oopsie
gonna. Oh, question.
Hmm?
With
Mhm.
would if an an EMP managed to prevent all of that from happening, all the collapse?
The collapse of the buildings?
Yeah, like it would have just disabled it instead of
No.
actually.
No.
What's that?
I wouldn't think
no,
so.
I
That'd
mean
be a direct.
the EMP before breaking the desk. So if I didn't break the desk
No.
and instead did an EMP, would it still collapse?
There's still collapse.
Okay.
Y-
Well,
Yeah, if it's just a button, it's a closed circuit thing. Like an EMP wouldn't stop something like that.
well,
Not
because I had in
a
mind to
localized one.
just you know prevent it from just any functioning thing.
Hey guys,
Nah,
don't forget to add your money in.
Yeah, I know.
oh yeah, I gotta do that again.
Well, you
Also,
know-
I bought a shitload of stuff as you noticed.
Oh, you bought all that stuff.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. So
I
that's
should probably
15,000.
look at a shop one time.
So basically, all I used for my armor is back on me. Sweet.
Yo, did they
Yeah,
have a
the-
way to shop in this like era kind of place where you don't have to go to an actual shop, but you can kind of do it like using
Like
these
Amazon?
pads,
So send the drones over.
kind of, you know?
Amazon drones.
Did you just?
I don't.
No.
I mean, the only thing else I wanted was the nano weave that Wellspur was gonna buy, but he said it's not theirs. I'm like, oh, scratch that off the list.
I don't want to diminish my get disadvantage on stealth.
Yeah, well, I already have disadvantage on stealth, so.
Well, that's
Me-
fine,
maybe-
but I have proficiency in stealth and I got a +5 on it.
Dude, same though. I have 20 AC right now. Nice. I'm nearly indestructible.
Yo, I feel buffed. I feel
Oh,
really
and the-
buffed.
I can buff my AC further, which is great.
I'm looking at my character and I feel super buffed. I look at TV and I'm like, damn it, dude. You need some help.
Oh. Also, if you would have fought stuff, silly, I absolutely would have had you covered.
Oh, I know.
I would have been more in danger than you would have been.
Well, that's the thing. We needed him and we needed to get out of there. And I had no intention of actually fighting anybody. If worse came to worse, I just did not count on the building 9/11.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Like my plan was to catch him and then walk out with him as a hostage, not do what we did.
Yeah, no, I had in mind to have you exit normally and then just bolt out of there myself.
Yeah, but there's something that bugs me. Like, obviously, this guy
so
was
that
a
at
leader.
least, because like he never contacted anyone. I mean that we know of, right?
I mean, he made a threat. He made a threat that we'd be facing trouble on the outside when we left, which is why I wanted to disable the desk, but it seems like maybe he had the intention of blowing the building up anyway as we were leaving and leaving with his jetpack.
And probably a large sum of money.
Man, I really wanted to keep that jetpack.
Yeah, but here's another thing, though. Obviously, this dude was a weasel of some sort, and those kind of people that are all about the money and just trying to live high on the hog like he was, don't normally try and commit suicide.
Why'd you shoot his leg?
I don't
that
think
was on
shooting
me.
his leg would have blown him up.
Probably, but that's the only indicator we had.
No, the mechanical girl doctor knows about species.
I was actually willing to take the blast, have you guys escape, and in full front just power through somehow.
So we just all
But
line up behind you? That's
No,
not
but
how
you
it
guys,
works.
no, you guys would have run away, of course.
But why? There would have been no reason to, because he would have been dead.
And
Listen,
you possibly would have
it
also
would've-
died.
It would have been a last resort kind of deal until someone thought of the jetpack.
That was me. That was all me.
So I mean, I
Yes.
appreciate that, but I mean, as a last resort, if there's no other option available.
Come on, that was brilliant at the last second.
That was brilliant, but I also wasn't expecting it to go to random directions.
Which, I
Yeah.
mean,
But
to
we
be
had
fair, like, to be fair, the explosion itself, even if the last resort would have been you taking the blast, it still would have blown the building apart,
Listen,
killing whoever lives in the building.
listen. I got stone scale. That's all I got.
You would have died, Broham. If you survived the blast, which you probably wouldn't have,
I would have.
the building would have came down on you.
If I survived the entire thing, I would have been a god. Wef would have had to kneel.
You're not Hercules, damn it.
Alright, but regardless.
I mean, you swung your fucking hammer like you were Hercules. Fucking destroyed.
Like, where the fuck do you think you're going? I'm gonna need you to lay down, please.
And that was an attack of
Tell-
opportunity. It would have been my turn, and then he would have felt another.
I just
Rathalos
imagine
cast sleep.
Rathalos standing there the whole time, not moving whatsoever. Armor powers up threateningly. I jump over the desk. Dude gets away. He comes around the corner. Wrath is still just standing there. Hammer teleports into hand. Spin around. Smash in the face with Hammer.
And that wasn't a readied action either.
Look,
That wasn't a readied action. It just boop, boof.
if I would have seen the computer thing, I would have readied an action is a thing. But since I didn't, I couldn't.
Those attacks, an attack like that would have pasted all of those soldiers at the console.
We're not gonna talk about that now.
I know. It's just 23. I'm sorry, 23. I'm sorry.
That already happened, okay. Oh yeah, no, that was insane damage. And you know the funny part is, if I absolutely needed to, but because it was an attack of opportunity and I couldn't really do it, I could have further enhanced my weapon. Let me see. I could have done Stellar Armament, which, as an action, you can imbue one weapon that you're holding with positive energy. For a minute, you add your Charisma modifiers to attack roll. Oh no, wait, it's just Charisma. No, it's just attack roll. Oh, and then my weapon is shiny. I was
Ooh.
thinking of something else. I just can't remember what.
Uh,
I was
Vol.
looking through a lot.
I think
a
you're
lot
thinking
abilities.
of
I was
Voltaic Charge. Weapons get plus D4 light damage.
Could be. I was looking through a lot of abilities today, so I'm kind of mixing them up.
I like the sheet.
I have them all written down. The sheet.
The new the character sheet we got going right now, and the roll 20. I like it a
Yeah,
lot.
I just
it's very
got it.
useful.
I got 'em.
I managed to put like I think all my info on it. It's nice.
Okay, so important question. Do we get experience?
Yeah, what are we up to?
No.
Currently at 953. You said no?
No.
Did you say no?
No
on the
experience
Said
here.
no?
I said no to the experience.
Did I at least get inspiration?
Sure.
Oh yeah, can I get some of that? Can I get some of that?
Can I get like 3 of those? Like, I was amazing.
You know, for those double 20s on steering Rathy in the direction we needed to go.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, we were amazing this match. It really made up for the shit show that was the last one.
I don't know.
A
You
literal
killed
shit
3,000
show.
people.
Look, we talked about this, Kyria. We didn't do anything. We didn't do shit. That was him. It was all on him.
He was
Death
made.
toll.
He was a son. He didn't have a brain.
That's right.
So, went from 16 to 3,062 in a matter of 2 days. Oops.
Wasn't our fault. We didn't do it.
Nope, we didn't. We didn't. He built the building like that.
Dumbass.
Oh.
But it was fun. It was really, really fun. I loved it. As always, it was great. I love
Yep.
this new fucking cosplayer clown guy. Fucking Jack Hell.
Yep.
Jack Hell Welsh.
He's
You mean
one-
Jevil?
He's one.
It is
motherfucker.
Jaquel.
You
Not
mean
Jack
Jevil?
Yeah.
Javel.
Uh,
I
Lynn?
mean, I need to find this dude now. So many things to
From
do.
again.
So little time.
We just gotta get this crucible taken care of, and then we can go do other things. We can go deal. We can head along the Kyria side quest.
Hell yeah.
curious side quest.
Ooh.
Where's my baby daddy?
As Commander Shepard, I will take on Kyria side quest after this main quest.
Where's the baby daddy at?
I am now an NPC and I have an exclamation point over my head and I am offering you a quest.
Ignore
Shit,
it.
I'm in the
Will
middle
you
of my
take
side
it?
quest. Leave me alone.
Oh, I know.
Queen died just outside of a crucible.
Like the original?
Like, that's where she got her powers from. She died in space outside of a crucible.
How cool.
Oh.
Does it
Yeah.
bring back memories?
Oh, bad ones. Very bad ones.
Nice.
Thus the boosting of everyone. Please don't die.
Listen. No. That is all.
I got my powers through pure and sheer trauma and hatred.
Wow, aren't you a angsty little edgelord?
Yes.
Oh, experience.
Yeah.
Nice.
Queen was betrayed by her captain, who was selling the thorium, and because she didn't go along with it, she got injected out into space.
It's okay,
where she
you don't need
died.
oxygen anymore.
Well, yeah, that's just because she was picked up by a scrapper, completely mangled and destroyed, rebuilt by a shitty ass med droid.
Yes.
Like
A
I've always
regular-
said,
a
death
regular
is just a
Tuesday.
side effect.
All right, everyone. We'll recollect for
Like 2 hours, I guess.